What's going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of the Bare Minimum presented by 4 Star Chicago Sports, guys. I am Bears on Brandon Duplessis. That is the crafty Dustin Jones. Dustin, what's going on, man?
Another day, another dollar. Been a good one. Let's get it.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got Cubs baseball to talk about. We got to talk about that game. So
yeah, guys, congratulations to the Cubs. Obviously, that just wrapped up. The Cubs just did extend that series to Game 5. That's awesome.
Winner take all.
And this
fuck
is,
yeah.
your division rival. Doesn't get any better than this, guys. It's awesome. Well, I also do want to talk about that football game tonight, guys. Then we'll talk about
I
Bears
don't.
Commanders. And I want to talk a little bit about Caleb Williams. Obviously, as always, guys, on the Bare Minimum, we always have the Caleb Williams segment. All that and more, guys, after this.
Windy City banners rocking 4 stars aligned. Dynasty dreams rise, Bulls in their prime. Cubs curse shattered, the victory divine. Fields be running, clock ticking on my timeline. Shot down heroes, legends never fade. Black Hawks flying, cutting ice with the blade. White Sox diamonds, the South Side parade. 4 stars shine bright, legacies they made. Mike with the crown, air rain, no dispute. Sweetness in the backfield, Walter in pursuit. Bear down Sunday's midfield, battles cute. Chicago.
Let's fucking go, Brando.
Let's do this, guys. Thanks again for joining us. We already got Visual Joe in the building. Erica's in the building, and this is pretty late for you. Oh, because the Cubs played. She stayed
Erica,
up for the Cubs.
thank you for
We
being here.
appreciate the
That
love.
was a
Thank
fun
you.
game to watch. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I mean,
Hell yeah.
you
Hell
said
yeah.
you want to talk about the football game tonight. I'll be honest, I didn't watch it at all. I was watching the Cubs because
Well, there's a reason we are going to talk about that football game, but
something worth talking about. I guess, with
there's a
Jack
reason. There's
Yeah.
a reason.
But I mean, I didn't watch it, so I don't really got much of a frame of reference. Just gonna be honest, I was watching the Cubs, and I think we should talk about that just to start it off. Just to
Yeah,
kind of get
no, definitely. No,
John,
man,
what up, dude?
they're when that team they're a streaky baseball team, Dustin. We've seen that all year long.
Bats came alive.
But when they play good baseball on defense and hitting, swinging the bat, they're a really good, really good baseball team, man. Like
The
the
pitching was
Brewers, the
awesome.
Brewers are more
Whole game.
consistent. The Brewers are more consistent, but I honestly believe the Cubs have more talent. It's just they all got a click, man. Like I don't know what it is with this Cubs team. They can never seem to be doing it all at the same time. And when they do, it's magic. And they haven't even done it yet in this postseason. Specific players have stepped up.
Today was as close as it gets.
Yeah, because you got something out of Tucker, you got something out of Happ, and Happ was getting destroyed. I don't know how many memes, how many memes Ian Happ memes I've seen in the last.
Everyone calling him Ian Crap.
Yeah.
I mean he really came through with that 3-run home run, man. I mean, I was impressed by the Cubs pitching. Obviously, I mean,
today I wanted to say
Lloyd was great.
First and foremost, today the whole staff.
Pomerantz was fucking awesome, and then Keller came in, and it seemed like Counsell and even Thielbar in the ninth inning. Counsell didn't really make a mistake in terms of who
Thielbar scared me.
Me too. I mean, you got 6. Just don't let anybody get on base at that point. But I mean, you got a 6-run cushion.
No, just don't start walking guys.
Yeah, just don't get anybody on base. I mean, the pitching impressed me. Matt Shaw continues to impress me, man. Again, we're not the Cubs guys. Sean and Kyle are the Cubs guys. They got the Northside 9 on Saturday, and you guys are going to watch that because that's going to be leading into that game on Saturday night, the winner-take-all game. But Shaw, man, dude, just gets on base. He fucking reminds me of Veritek.
Shaw and Horner are both.
Yeah, man. Those two, you don't.
They find the soft spots in the outfield. But who I really like, man, is Michael Bush. Because we talk about Kyle Tucker and PCA and how much money these guys might be owed. Michael Bush is getting pretty costly. He is not fucking around, man. I mean, he's
4 home runs.
Leading, I believe he's leading the MLB now in postseason.
Yeah, he was tied with Vlad Guerrero, and I think Vlad Guerrero's only
Vlad's having a hell of a postseason, man.
He's only played 4 games.
His series against the Yankees, he just hit like 600.
Yeah,
that guy is lighting it up. So yeah, I mean, Michael Bush is the guy, and I love Kyle Tucker's been a major impact player for this team, Dustin, but a guy like Bush, and he started a light fire at the end of the season. This is nothing new. He's actually played pretty consistently well, but gotten better. And he just carried it into the playoffs. You know what I mean? It's like his performance didn't change because the moment was bigger. Where all these other guys, it's kind of like you could see PCA was frustrated all night, swinging his bat, throwing his helmet. Like these
It's
other
getting to be a
guys.
little too much with PCA, I think, with that shit.
Well, he was asked, "Is it distracting him?" And he actually said yes. So
Yeah.
yeah, I would agree. If it's something he's aware is not always beneficial to him and sometimes problematic, you got to be able to put a cap on that, dude, for sure.
And
But
listen, the Cubs,
awesome, man.
man.
Awesome game. They just shut out the best team in baseball. I mean,
It would be, and I said, like, the Brewers kind of like blew their load tonight. Like they started Peralta thinking like this is us finishing out this series.
yeah,
Peralta's
that
been
was a
really good against
cutthroat move. Yeah.
Yep,
But
and it didn't work. They got to Peralta pretty early on, and they just chased their pitching out of that game. The whole game, man, the Cubs bats were on it the whole time. So I don't know what the Brewers are going to roll out that's going to make a difference if this Cubs team can keep hitting like that. I think the Cubs, if they had like snuck by with this win today, you'd feel a little weird about it going into Saturday, but they dominated the Brewers in this game, and you feel really good now going into Saturday, even though it's in Milwaukee. It's like it's not a lot of travel for them, and they can win in Milwaukee. It's a one game. The Cubs couldn't have asked for a better spot to be in. One game to go to the NLCS, man. Like that's fucking awesome. I didn't expect to be having this conversation.
We got a lot of chat here. Chat says 100% this team isn't like any team I've seen baseball. Magic is the right word. Yeah, I mean when they're all on, it's intense, man. I mean these guys, because they're some of the best defenders in the MLB. There's no doubt about that. You can be just a general.
Golden
You don't have
Glovers
to
in
have a
the
dog in
infield.
this
Yeah.
fight between these two teams, and you can see that this defense plays at a pretty high caliber. But I mean, between
Nobody wants Imanaga on Saturday, man. From what they're putting in the chat, like after the performance he had on Tuesday,
rough. He's been
Yeah,
rough
man.
lately. That was even going into the end of the regular season, man. He was.
What do you think? Do you think that do they go
I
with
mean, Erica says
Correa?
Ray.
Right.
I don't know if they're going to go with Ray. I don't know. I doubt that.
She says it would be malpractice if they don't.
If he did, you'd be hoping for like 4 innings. I don't know. They could go Ray.
It might be a platoon thing for the Cubs in terms of pitching, right?
Yeah, the Cubs are in the same spot as the Brewers. They were talking about the.
Yeah.
You know what, man? Some of this. Yeah, the Brewers. They kind of beat the Brewers up. It was like a game in Wrigley, and the Cubs. Like I felt between like the analyzing, the color commentating of that game, and the home umpire. I was like, man, I feel like if I was a Brewers fan watching this game, I'd be so pissed off right now.
Good, fuck them.
There was and
Yeah.
it's a goes around, comes around sport, man. The Cubs get screwed just as much as anybody else. But you can see sometimes that there's one team that gets the bulk of it in a single game, and the Brewers got like 4 or 5 bad calls in the Cubs' favor, man. I mean, it's just like that guy was not doing a good job tonight, but whatever, man. Cubs boy. I mean, I don't think it made that big of an impact on the game because we shut him out. But
with Shota on Tuesday, man, he came out and it looked like he had some stuff. I felt good about it, and then he got one bad call on him on a strike that he got called a ball, and then he just lost his shit and just gave up way too much. So like, I don't know what you do if you're counsel. I'm not gonna pretend like I know. I hopefully the bullpen can perform the way it did tonight on Saturday because you're gonna need that.
You're not going to play anybody on 4 days rest. I don't know who led this series off. Tyon?
No, it was Boyd. Was it?
Was it Boyd?
Boyd just went tonight, and so Shota was the second game, and he's in line to pitch on Saturday. In the way
you would go Tyon.
I mean, I don't know. Again, I'm not going to pretend to know what Council's going to do. I think that he's a guy that kind of sticks with his plan. If Shota was the plan, then that's what it'll be. But we'll see. It's you don't feel good about it if he's the guy starting on Saturday. But
I'm not just saying this, man, because I'm a Cubs fan. But if you had Cade Horton in this series, you win this series. Because that guy's
for sure.
Who's
the starting pitcher the Brewers are missing? Because they're missing their guy too. Like
the skinny kid.
Yeah, so I mean, like again, I
don't think they're missing him.
No, I thought they have somebody down like that's not able to pitch. So I mean,
I don't know.
again,
I
I'm not a
forget the
big
Ms.
baseball guy.
something
I'll be
Rowski,
honest.
something Zariski. I don't know. These guys in the chat will probably know what the kid's name is. Like Dustin said, we're not the Cubs guys. We're not the baseball guys.
But this is a
I
Chicago sports
watch
podcast, and that game happened. So
I
let's
watch
talk
these
about it.
games now when they're in the NLDS, the NLCS. I watch these games. I don't watch majority Cubs games. There's just too many, man. It's just too many.
And also,
So
I'm not going to pay for marquee. That I've made that
yeah,
abundantly
but
clear. I'm not doing
I
that.
even have the like.
Put them back on WGN
I
or
spend
something,
work.
and I'll watch.
I spend a day at work with a radio near me. I could
Is
listen.
WGN still a channel in Chicago? Like, if that still
I think so.
exists?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the news, man.
The Miz will
But
play.
yeah, guys, congrats to the Cubs. Great game. They shut them out going into game 5.
And one game to go to the NLCS and play the Dodgers, who are looking good. Did you see how the Dodgers won tonight, by the way? On a fucking that errant throw to home where the pitcher just lost his shit. The ball got hit right back to him. He could have just went to first for the out and went home and just complete errant throw. And that's how the Dodgers walked off that game in the extra innings. That's crazy.
Did they win the series?
The Dodgers are in the NLCS, yes. So whoever wins this game on Saturday, that's who they'll be playing.
I think they were definitely the Vegas odds to win the World Series before the season began, I would imagine.
It was just a heartbreaking way to lose, man. Dude just airmailed that thing way to the right and throwing it to home.
I'll tell you what, though, man. And the Dodgers are a much more talented team than the Phillies, but Schwarber gives anybody a chance to win any baseball game any day, man. That kid.
And Javi Baez is playing well for the Tigers too.
He's playing great. Yeah. And
former Cubs.
But man, Schwarber can hit the hell out of a baseball. So yeah, guys, game 5 Saturday.
Northside 9 will be on Saturday. I'm not sure what time yet. Maybe they'll change the time leading into the game. I don't know, but they'll be here on Saturday, so watch it. Cubs Saturday night, winner take all. Let's get into the NLCS, man. It's cool when the Chicago team is performing, in
I think if you go to the NLCS, I believe Kate Horton is back on this roster. He was only on a 15-day, so
okay.
I believe that puts him.
That would be huge.
Back on this team, yeah. Oh, it would be. Yeah, that changes everything. It changes the dynamic, man. It really does. If you get him back.
I just want to reemphasize how impressive Shaw has been in this series, even though he just got his first hit tonight, and it was an RBI, and it brought a run home. It was a good hit, but like the guy just gets on base. He had 5 walks in this series right now. I mean, like just. He works the pitcher so much. Like, again, if I'm a pitcher and I got to face Shaw, Bush, and Horner in that order, that is fucking scary, man. Because Horner and Shaw both work the pitcher and make you earn it. You got to throw a lot of pitches to get those guys out,
the Cubs.
or they end up on base. Like, those guys are tough, man. Shaw looks fucking great to me.
And what's incredible is how young the guy is. I believe he was their first round pick.
Yes, he was
last year. Right?
Yeah, he's gonna be a stud. He's gonna be really good.
Yeah, he's a young guy. So
yeah, man.
Sky's the limit, man. He's gonna play better in his career. He will play better at some point than he's playing right now.
And I'm very impressed with him, even without the hitting results.
Yeah. But no, he stepped in, and dude, it was right after I don't know if you have. I have paid attention to the Cubs this year, guys. After the All-Star break, he lit fire, and the rest of the team went on this dreadful slump. And Shaw was the only guy hitting the ball. And unfortunately, it wasn't resulting in a whole lot of winning. But they took notice. I think he won something, Rookie of the Month or so. He got one of those, or Rookie of the Week or something. He got one of those awards, man.
Dude's going to be a stud. He's going to be a stud for a long time.
Oh, yeah. He's a good player, man. And they've got a lot of talent on that team, like I said. And when it all clicks, they're just as good as anybody in the league, man. But
Brandon, it's good to see you, man. It's good to see you. How's life? You doing okay?
All right, man.
Yeah, it's hard. Every day is hard. That's what we're here talking sports, and that's fun and that's easy. But life is hard. But it's good to see you. I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad everybody in the chat is here. Swaggy, Erica, Jed, one of our favorites. Bizzo, Joe, John S. Yeah, we're gonna have some. Yeah, man. A lot of fun tonight. We got a good Caleb conversation to have because the Drake Maye thing really, the game that he played on Sunday night really, it just made me think of Caleb.
Well, let's dive right into that. We always kind
you
of
want to get into that part now. Let's
we always
do
kick it off with our Caleb conversation. I so I do want to say that tonight's game, man, and this Giants team is tough, man. I mean, the Bears got their hands full. This team is tough. I don't care what their record says. This is one of those teams that's borderline going to start winning some games like next season.
Well, they just beat the shit out of the Eagles tonight.
And next season, they could be a really good football team, like one of those teams. But as early as
guy I'm playing in fantasy starts Jackson Dart tonight over Caleb Williams.
Oh, really? Well, the guy I'm playing in fantasy tonight started Scatabo.
Oh yeah, he had Scatabo too.
He exploded.
It was Dart and Scatabo.
And he didn't even
the worst way I could lose.
You know what sucks, man? Is like
the worst way.
I feel like I'm just being a biased hater at this point, but like he still didn't impress. He still didn't impress me.
No, there's nothing impressive.
It was still just like, but I mean, all of his touchdowns.
It's like Peyton Hillis, man.
All of his touchdowns,
yeah,
legitimately were just goal line, like 4-yard carry was I think the longest. But like, I want to say this, man. It's early in his career, and maybe it's a lesser statement than the one that Drake Maye made Sunday night, but Jackson Dart made a statement. Jackson Dart.
That's a good defense.
It's a division rival. It's the team that's won your division the last couple of seasons.
What up, Foster?
And what's going on, guys? And he made plays, Dustin. And I don't know. Sean's gonna torch me for this. People are gonna call me crazy. There's still something missing, and he's very raw. So if I'm not saying,
he's playing too early as it is.
Something's with the passing more specifically than because he can run. The kid can run.
No, yeah, he makes plays with his legs.
His competitive drive in this point of his career, his competitive drive outweighs his talent to me. And people talk about his arm a lot, man, but the two big plays were just jump balls. I mean, they were. And and his name's like something little or little something. You know what I'm talking about? You've seen this receiver's name?
No, but what do you got?
His name's like little something Murphy. I don't know what his name is.
Little something Murphy. Okay, yeah. I got
it. But he's like 6'5" or something, man. And
it's not very little.
Dart, that's what I'm saying. But Dart threw one up there, man, and he made a play. The kid made a play on the ball for sure. He high pointed it. But
is it Humphrey?
Is it Humphrey? I don't know. Somebody in the chat. But his first name,
jumping in my head here.
His first name is what's like.
Anyways, Jackson Dart was it? I get lumped, like Sean lumps me into a thing of like, because I like Shedeur Sanders, like, and I still like him, and I still like him better than Jackson Dart. I think Shedeur Sanders needs a shot, but I like Jackson Dart in the draft, and he's young, and
his name is Lil Jordan Humphrey. That's his name.
Yeah, Humphrey. See, I knew it, but like, I thought Jackson Dart was a good quarterback coming out. I just thought he needed some time, and I don't think he's gotten that. And for him to come out and perform the way he is, with that offense, without his number one receiver, maybe the best receiver in the league, and Malik Neighbors, like, it's impressive. Against a division rival, as you said, the Eagles, they were without Jalen Carter tonight.
Oh, he extended plays, man.
Listen, we got to put that caveat out there. That Eagles defense without Jalen Carter is a completely different defense.
Oh, it is.
It just is. So no Jalen Carter tonight. That's a huge deal, a big break for Jackson Dart. But he still has to go out there and perform, and he did. And it's impressive for sure. And he'll just continue to get better. The point I want to make about Jackson Dart, I mean, again, I didn't watch the game. I didn't watch him play. But, like, if he continues to perform this way, one thing he's doing is saving Brian Dable's job, a guy who everybody had on the chopping block. Like, Dable is the guy who wanted this kid, and he's gonna perform with him. So now, is that a good thing or a bad thing that Dable is definitely gonna get another year with Jackson Dart? That's gonna happen.
It's funny that you said that tonight. And you said you didn't watch the game, and you texted us. You texted me, this kid might save Dable's job. He got hit real hard, man. They had to check him for a concussion, so he was held out. He was held out for a play. And Russell Wilson went in there and,
did Russell Wilson things.
So they ended up on 4th down, and Dable was pissed at the medical staff for not clearing clearing him
Dart out there quick
sooner
enough.
than they did. And I was just like, oh my, he was snapping, man. He was screaming at some health, some whatever director of
I
whatever. And the guy was just like standing there like a deer in head, like, what do I do or say right
I
now?
think I Dable was a guy I wanted for the Bears when he was out there. Honestly,
Uh,
I've liked
I'm
Dable. I haven't given up on him, and I think he's going to get more of a shot now because of the Jackson Dart thing, and it's showing that it can work. Jackson Dart might be a little mini Josh Allen too, just like Drake Maye. And if Brian Dable has that guy, he can make his offense run, man. So good for him. Steve, Doctor of Football Thugonomics, Word Life. Okay, what's up, dude? How you doing? We've never seen you
going
before,
on.
so here you
What's
go.
going on, Steve? Thanks for watching, Steve.
That like button. Subscribe if you have not already. We come out multiple days a week with content. And we appreciate you. I see you got what is that, Christian Watson? Who is that? Christian Watson as your avatar thing there? Very cool. He says, I knew Dart has the tools and mechanics. Yeah, he clearly had talent in the draft, and the Giants obviously identified him as a guy that they wanted and traded back up to get him, and it's working out well for him so far.
Yeah, this was Foster pointed this out. It was just such a weird moment. It was an unusual thing to see in the NFL. The whole damn team tried to get into the medical tent to get Dart out of the tent, and they were like thrown out of the tent.
Yeah.
Stanford went in there and they like kicked them out, and it was like,
Yeah,
what the,
you don't
what
really
the
see
hell
that.
is going on right now, man?
Bruce is up late.
You'll
The
never
Cubs
see
game really helped here with
you don't ever
this.
see coaches and players rushing a medical staff.
Ooh, look at he's speaking to our souls, Brandon. We love Spencer Rattler. I love Spencer Rattler. Yeah, I believe that as well, Steve.
I think the Saints are a better team with Rattler a quarterback than Shuck. I also think
Clearly.
this Giants and Saints team are. I mean, you're 100%. Their teams are going to be tough to beat for the Bears. They're going to be tough.
I mean,
to
the
beat.
Saints just pushed the Bills to the brink a couple weeks ago, man. I mean, like there's
When they
no
just
even
won. The Saints just won a game.
yeah, and they almost found a way to beat the Bills. Like
Would they
they
beat the
hung in that game.
Giants?
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And it just kind of shows you that the talent is pretty strong in the NFL across the board. Even these bad teams, like even the Jets, who are 0-5, they've been in every fucking game, damn near, except for this most recent one. They've been in a lot of these games. So I mean, the NFL is a tough thing, and you might
Look at the
think you got
Cowboys,
a
man.
cupcake on your schedule, and
Cowboys are averaging 30 points a game on offense. They're fourth in the league.
yeah, man. And everybody said the
won
Bears
like one game.
the Bears didn't deserve credit for how they beat the Cowboys. Then the Cowboys come out the next week and tie the fucking Packers, who everyone says is going to the Super Bowl. So I mean, like, you just don't
And
know
then
in the
came
NFL.
out
That's why
won
we
a
love
game,
it.
didn't they?
The Cowboys?
They
Yeah, no, they just beat the Jets. They just beat the Jets.
Yeah, Jets. Yeah.
Yeah, I was a fan of Rattler as well. I think he has all the mechanics. He just needs somebody to fix his head, and maybe he's got that in Kellen Moore, man. I mean, the Saints are a competitive team with him on the field more so. Me and you, Brandon, both knew that Rattler needed to be the starter for that team, not fucking Shuck. Shuck sucks.
All of these guys can win a game, man. Bryce Young, all of these teams.
Bryce Young just did it this past Sunday.
All of these guys are capable of winning football games. Dylan Gabriel almost won a game in his debut. I mean, and they just kind of gave the defense on the Browns, honestly, is the one that kind of conceded that game. But
so let me transition us a little bit, because did you make your point on Jackson Dart that you wanted to make, Brandon?
Well, I think that was kind of a statement game that he's ready to play at this level, man.
Man. And
he did what he like. You're gonna look at the 3 touchdowns for Scatterbo and think like, oh, look at Scat, but Jackson Dart won that football.
Move the ball up and down the field.
He did, yeah.
And statement games is kind of what got me onto this Caleb statement game. This is why I wanted that to be the title of our show, because we just saw Drake Maye have one on Sunday night on the road in Buffalo against the best team in the AFC probably, and find a way to win. It wasn't his best game. Like, I have him as my fantasy quarterback, and that was his worst game that he's had all season statistically. But when they needed a play every fucking time, he made it. And he made less mistakes than the guy he was competing against. And those are the types of games that kind of start to define a career. You know what I'm saying? And it made, and my immediate thought just went to Caleb. Like, we've seen Caleb do some good things and bring his team back and keep his team competitive when they probably shouldn't have been, and put his team in position to win and then be let down. but it's never been an important game, right? It's never been like everything's on the line game. This would set the tone for your season type game. He hasn't had that opportunity yet,
and a game I
right?
like to think of them as games that you're supposed to lose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The game that the
When you're
nation,
playing a
the
favorite on the
NFL fan
road, yeah,
base is like they don't win this game.
they don't have a chance. And then
And that kid goes out there and he overcomes the challenge and he presses people in the way that he does it. Yeah,
like what Drake
that's
Maye just did on Sunday
yeah.
against the Bills. And my first thought was Caleb needs a game like that for his career and for the Chicago Bears. Like he needs that type of game. And I can't think of a more perfect situation than on Monday night on the road against the Commanders team. That's this is going to be wild card implications potentially. Both teams are 2-2, correct? Or the Redskins the Commanders are 3-2 now, right?
3-2, yeah.
So I mean, this game,
You lost the way you did
the
last year.
homecoming for Caleb Williams after you lost the way you did last year, 100%, Brandon. This is a perfect.
Another second year another quarterback from Caleb's class, which he's never won against.
The guy that got drafted right after him that everyone
He's
says is
lost to
better than him.
McCarthy. He lost to May. He lost to Daniels the first time. He hasn't beaten a quarterback from his class. If he beats Daniels on Monday night, the guy that everybody now says, "Oh, we should have drafted Daniels over," you know what I mean? That guy, the guy that everyone goes, "That should have been our quarterback."
Statement game. Statement game.
Yeah, this is.
Caleb is in a prime spot to do that. And I think for us to see his development go the way we want it to, that's the way this thing needs to go on Monday. If we see regression or we see, the offense sputter out and not be able to score touchdowns and Caleb has turnovers, that will be regression, So I don't know where to go with it. I'm just thinking like this is the perfect spot for Caleb to have a statement game. And I guess I'm just wondering if people in the chat and you, Brandon, feel that same way, and that if Caleb is up for that moment in that challenge because he needs it.
Yeah.
The Bears need him to get it.
I think what makes it a statement game for me, and I don't know, Dustin, you're going to tell me I do this all the time. I don't know when the last time
you do this all the time, Brandon.
I don't know when the last time the Bears did it. I know it's been a while. This will be your third win in a row. I don't know when the last time the Chicago Bears did that.
That's a good question. I have to look that up.
I think was it last year when they started 4-2? Were 3 of those wins consecutive? I don't know. No, because they lost to the Colts.
No, they lost to the Colts in week 3?
Yeah, they beat the Jaguars and Rams consecutive. And then I think they lost to the Commanders after that. I don't know.
The 2019 season, that year they finished the regular season with an 8-8 record and made the playoffs. That was with Matt Nagy.
So it's been 6 years since this team had 3 consecutive wins, guys. If that's not a good streak, like 3 consecutive wins, like playoff football
with
teams,
a rookie head coach, and
do that
Caleb
every
in his
season.
first year in that offense.
Every season, good football teams do that every year. So
and so this kind of
it's a big deal to me.
I feel like I keep hearing people say like this isn't the end all be all, and I don't think it is, but this really kind of sets you on a trajectory, right? Like if you win this game against the Commanders, put them to 3-3, put yourself to 3-2, you have now put yourself above them in the playoff race. Yeah, and then what you have in front of you, like this is not a game you can lose and go to 2-3 if you have any intentions of being competitive in the NFC playoff race, in my mind. So
and you could easily flip that into a 4-2 record with the Saints, because the Saints,
as we just said, though, the Saints are not a pushover, man.
Well, no, but they're a tough stadium to play in. The Saints coming here, I believe, right? I think the Saints come to Chicago.
Makes a big difference.
That's huge, man. You could put yourself at a 4-2 record if you get this game in Washington, man.
I don't want to count my eggs before they're in the basket, but I feel what you're saying. And Steve says that he's echoing what we were saying. It's a statement game because of what happened last year with the Hail Mary. That game single-handedly destroyed Caleb Williams and the Bears season. It was the Fail Mary. And the way the life was sucked out of us when that shit happened, Brandon. I don't know if you remember how you felt.
Of course,
when that happened.
I still feel it.
That's the way the players felt, and you could see it on the field the moment it happened. They were just completely deflated. They were done. You could see their souls being sucked from their bodies on the field. So, the retribution you can get for a guy like Tyreek Stevenson, for Caleb Williams, for the Chicago Bears franchise. It will be a huge statement win. And honestly, I don't give a shit if Caleb has, is 15 of 22 for 180 yards and 1 touchdown, Brandon, if the Bears win the game and Caleb makes the plays when he needs to win it. And I guess that's kind of my point. Drake Maye, his stats weren't pretty on Sunday, but he made sure his team won the game. He made the plays when they were necessary, and he didn't make mistakes that cost them the game. That's the kind of game I want to see from a Caleb Williams. That's the kind of game that will kind of start to define his career at this stage of it. As early as it is, you're seeing other guys who were drafted in the same time as him make these statements and start to establish themselves in the NFL, man.
Yeah, and Zach Pearson said something on our show on Monday, guys. He said this Bears team is learning how to win. And he paraphrased somebody else, and that's just the sentiment around teams that are in the early stages of kind of getting something moving forward. And the Bears are learning how to win, and if you do win this game, you win 3 in a row. I feel like, and I could be wrong, because every single game in the NFL is tough. Winning is tough. But I feel like winning comes more naturally once you start to get a little bit of a streak going, man. You feel like you're a team that should win. You know what I mean, Dustin? Because we're looking at it from as fan base, we're looking at paper and rosters and numbers, and we're like, the Bears should beat the Saints because they're a better team. Like they have a better quarterback, they have better receivers, like they're better. The Bears should feel that way. If they win this game against the Commanders, they'll start to feel that way
If we
about
handle our
themselves.
business, if we just
Yeah,
handle our
so
business and do our jobs, we can
we're
beat.
gonna beat these guys. You know what I mean? They're gonna approach games like we're better than them. We know
Yeah.
that. So like I want the Bears to start to feel confident in themselves, confident enough to feel like they're a team that could do something as early as this season, man. And I think that's what Ben Johnson wants these guys to believe, for sure.
For sure. And I think
And I don't
Caleb's
know that the guys who have been here since when Eberflus, I don't know if they feel that way. They might not.
No, it's a process, as you were saying, and I think you can see it just in how Caleb is handling himself. These last couple of weeks, his confidence is building, his confidence in his leadership and how he sets the tone for this team is building. If Caleb is moping on the bench, it's going to have a negative impact on the rest of his guys, and he's starting to realize that and understand that. So I think Caleb knows he needs to be the leader for this team, and going into a game like this, you can say you don't listen to all the outside noise, man. But if you're a competitor and you've been being compared to Jaden Daniels and you're on the losing end of that comparison so far, and you were drafted above him, and you're in you're going, it's a homecoming. You're going your home city basically to play this football game. You want to show out and you want to come away with the W. So I mean, how does he set the tone for this team on Monday night? And how does Ben Johnson set him up to do so? You know what I'm saying? Like, is the offense going to be called in a way that gets him in rhythm and gets his confidence built to where they can capitalize on that and build on it throughout the game? Because I really think that first drive is going to be hugely important to Caleb's confidence, man. And Caleb needs to stay confident throughout this game because it's going to go up and down in some ways, man. And if he goes too far down, I don't know if he's going to get back up, and that's going to be a huge detriment to the whole team. And again, he's starting to realize that, I think, which is a good thing.
Yeah, and it's hard. Caleb, there's no method to Caleb's madness right now in this point of his career, man. There's no point in which I can determine what kind of game he's going to have based on how he starts, because the games in which the Bears scored on their first drive were the games in which they lost. And the game in which he was able to come back and win against the Raiders, he started the game.
He just hung in there. He just hung in there the whole game.
And that,
until he could make a play.
Final drive, it was like, okay, Caleb is starting to look like he's finding the zone, like he's finding the soft zone in this defense, and he started picking apart a little bit. And
that feels like a good predecessor to like this type of statement game too, like that type of game to build on into this week, Monday night in prime time.
I think Caleb will be able to score against this team. I do think that, and I think he'll He'll be able to get. I think this Bears offense will be able to get in the end zone. I think both of these teams are going to struggle defensively in this football game. So
what we want to be careful of right now is that we keep this conversation about the Caleb thing without
I
getting
know.
into the matchup stuff, because I'm just speaking out loud for both of us and for the chat. Like, we're not going to try to dive into the statistics too much or the matchup, because we're going to get into that in a little bit. I do, and also don't want to get derailed too much, but Steve says, you guys think the Bears should trade for Kamara or Hall? I'm gonna say Kamala because of the Hall thing right behind it. I mean, the Bears need a running back help desperately, and we're gonna get into the injury report, but Monungai didn't participate in an imaginary practice today, so I mean that's not great. So I mean, like, yeah, the Bears need help at running back, but nowhere near as bad as they need help at defensive end. Nowhere fucking near, in my mind, Brandon. I would be open to Kamara.
Yeah, I would just go
for the right
sign
price.
I'd go sign Gus Edwards, man. I would.
Yeah, same here, man. Same here. Like, it's gonna cost you a lot less.
I don't
But
see that guy's played in a lot of systems. He's gonna give you some veteran carries, man. He's gonna just get the yards that are available to him. I don't see why you don't just go get that guy. But yeah, I don't think the Bears are gonna make a trade. Brad Biggs. Well, Ben Johnson said himself in his presser a few days ago. He was asked about the running back. Like, are you guys interested? She said, he's starting to feel pressure with the trade deadline approaching and the running game not working the way it's supposed to be. And he said, it's not the runners. It's a little bit of everything. The guys up front need to do their jobs. The tight ends need to do their jobs.
What did he say? He said, people are filling those gaps, the gaps that he's designed. And he said, Ben Johnson also said he spends a lot more time designing the run than he does the passing game, because it's important to him, to his offense. It's how he gets to his passing game through the run game, the play action. But when those gaps are consistently filled, it's going to be hard for these guys to find space to run. So, I mean, as you said, it's a combination of all the things. The offensive line is doing a much better job in pass protection than they are in run blocking right now, and that needs to be fixed. Those things need to work in unison.
I don't think they're making a trade for a running back, Steve. I really don't.
I don't think they're making a trade for anyone.
You could see a budget signing at the running back position, like a Gus Edwards. You're not going to see a trade. And I'd rather go that route anyways. I'm not trading. Kamara's like 31 years old or something, man. I'm not trading.
I don't know if he's that old, but but yeah, he's in terms of NFL years, he's got a lot on him. He's got a lot of wear and tear.
Yeah, when was he drafted?
He would bring a professionalism to this backfield that I think the Bears kind of need, and a little bit of grit. And Razzle's checking in and says, all I'm looking for this year is growth and consistency, not wins and losses. Yeah, and that growth and consistency really starts and ends with Caleb.
He's 30.
Okay, yeah, so he's not 31. I said he's not that old. He's not. Razzle, we know, and we've been saying the same thing all offseason. Like, I picked the Bears to win 8 games. I don't. If they surprise me, I'll be all in for that, and I'll be happy. But I don't expect this team to just light the world on fire this season. I do want to see that progression, and I think it starts with and ends with Caleb Williams, and I think that can really start. You can light a fire in that regard this Monday night if Caleb makes the plays when they're needed most and can have that statement game. It's hard to quantify the statement game, so I guess makes it a little harder to discuss, Brandon. But you really just want to see him have a game like Drake Maye had on Sunday night. Like, that's the best way I can describe it. Like,
I don't know. You guys,
this guy just gets it done.
Listen. We always can.
We think so, Steve.
We continue to and razzle dazzle. This is not Kool-Aid. I keep saying
this is Kool-Aid.
This is not my expectation. We continue to say this is I mean, they're not a Super Bowl team. We're hoping for 8 wins. They're not a play. If Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams, I've said this 100 times, Ben Johnson continues to progress and to become the head coach that you expect him to be, and Caleb Williams is an electric franchise player, then there is no reason to not expect this team to fall around that 500 mark, right? We've talked about this 100 times. If they fall on one side of it, they're 9-8. They fall on the other side. You know what I mean? They could be very well be 7-10. But there's no reason to think that this team, Ben Johnson believes this team can win now. There's no reason to think that they can't. It's just, can you beat a team like the Lions? Can you beat a team like the Niners? No, probably not, man. But you can win these games, Dustin. You can. And this is why. This team is playing. This is a survival football team. That's what they are. Because you're right. They don't have an identity. They're just going to play each game like they did that Raiders team. They're going to do what it takes to win. And I do believe that Ben Johnson's going to at least instill that. Those one-score games that we watched him lose time and time again under Matt Eberflus, there's going to be different results. Let's say the Bears have 8 games that are decided by one score. It's not going to be 0-8 like it used to be,
It'd be
man.
4-4.
They'll hit
Yeah,
the.
three
I
and
was just going to
five.
say they'll hit the
Yeah,
4-4 mark.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I do believe this team is a survival team, and I also think this, even without an identity, like the Commanders did last year when they had their coaching staff set in place. Teams don't know what to expect from the Bears, and they're kind of tough to line up and defend. You know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
really no. It's not like you don't know what your. I don't know. It's just you don't know what the Bears are going to try to utilize against you because you don't know what they think their strengths are. So it's this
Well,
could
they
be a
haven't
team that
established them yet. They
yeah
haven't established them
yeah
yet.
this could be a
That's
team that
kind of the
wins
point.
games because teams are just simply unprepared.
Well, and that's kind of the point that Raz was making too. Like they don't have the pieces necessarily yet. They're working on it. Ben Johnson made some big additions this year to try to help Caleb and to build his offense, but like the pieces aren't there yet, and they don't know what their strengths are yet because they have not established them. I think your strength is Caleb Williams because your run game is not getting going, and you need that run game to get
Well,
going.
your pass
But
catchers in general.
yeah, for sure. Well, and Caleb Williams facilitating to all those guys. And speaking of Caleb Williams' progression, speaking of Caleb Williams' development and improvement, I mean, I saw this stat and I just thought it was interesting, man. That I mean, because one of the biggest knocks on him last year was his deep ball and the inaccuracy of it. His catchable throw rate on deep targets this year is 68.8%. That's 4th in the NFL. He's behind Darnold, Drake Maye, who we're talking about here, and Kyler Murray. So, like, Caleb is improving in the areas that people have said that he was not good. His footwork has been
He's
better.
not taking
His
sacks.
decision making has been better. The accuracy is still an issue in some spots for sure, and that needs to continue to grow and develop. But like, how much do those things impact this Bears team on Monday night against the Commanders team that likes to get after the passer this year? They're much improved in terms of their pass rush this year from last year. I mean, like Caleb might be under some duress. Can he make the plays like Drake Maye did, you know, rolling out and just finding a guy and creating kind of he's gonna have to do some creating something out of nothing stuff. And it's a great spot for him to just stick up his fucking middle finger to the rest of the league and all the media that's just and Chicago Bears fans. This is another thing. Drake Maye gets lauded for his performance on Sunday night, and rightfully so. But like those Patriots fans, there's not a group of them, and a loud group at that is vehemently rooting for him to fucking fail every week. The Patriots fans are backing Drake Maye. And I think that matters. That matters to a young quarterback to feel supported by the city they're in, the team that they play for. And Caleb is obviously supported by his team, but like Chicago Bears fans need to do better, man. Like this is our quarterback. This guy can make plays like Drake Maye makes. What is the difference there? If Drake Maye was our quarterback, would there be this in Chicago? Would there be if that's the way the Bears went? Would there be this loud group of people that fucking can't stand Drake Maye and want him to fail? Like it doesn't make sense. So Caleb needs that statement game to honestly just shut these motherfuckers up and just get moving, move past that, and just and let this fan base kind of come together to support this team. Because with Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams together, I think we have a potentially bright future, man.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I mean, I find it very hard to believe that if Drake May kicked the dog shit out of the Cowboys, Patriots fans would be like, "Well, it's
It's
just the
just the Cowboys. The
Cowboys."
Patriots fans would be
No, I
fucking
mean,
ecstatic that
that's
their team
something.
got a W.
That's something that like Cowboys fans say when Drake May kicks the dog shit out of you know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys fans make excuse like, "Well, Drake May played the Cowboys defense. That's why he looked good." Like you don't hear fan bases doing that to their own player, like making reasons for why they won. You know what I mean? Taking the value from the things that they're actually
Yeah, making
accomplishing.
excuses for their
Yeah,
success,
like yeah, like oh yeah,
or
like
against it.
oh he won because he didn't get sacked. Well, yeah, that's
Yeah, because that's how
that's
it
the
fucking
idea.
works. That's how it works. You
Those
don't want
guys
them to get
usually do,
sacked.
man. Yeah,
Yeah, And
Those guys
then he
win a
went out,
lot, you know.
and then Caleb went out the next week and got, fucking molested by Max Crosby the entire fucking game damn near, and still found a way to win. So like that's what I'm saying. Do you build on that this week? You had that bye. What have you been working on? Are you ready for this moment, Caleb Williams? Because this is a huge moment in Caleb Williams' career. I don't want to overstate it, but I also don't want to understate it. This game fucking matters for Caleb Williams in terms of legacy. It does. At this point already, it does. Because it's another head-to-head matchup against Jaden Daniels. The last one, Caleb did what he needed to do to put the Bears in position to win that game and still came out on the losing end. As you said, for Caleb Williams, for this franchise to establish the confidence that we find ways to win. We don't find ways to lose. That's what this statement game is going to be about on Monday, if it comes to fruition as we're discussing. Steve threw out Luke Altmaier's name, a QB he likes in next year's draft. Appreciate you. I know Brandon, you like him a lot. I don't know about him yet as a pro quarterback, but he's having a good season so far.
He's
and then he says
Jackson Darty, man. He's gritty.
Jackson Darty.
Is
that a thing already?
He does what it takes to win, man.
And then he says, what I don't get is why isn't Cole Kmet being focused on? The dude is a beast. Am I wrong? He says he thinks Kmet is better than Loveland.
He's not a beast, but
he's pretty average.
So here's the thing, Steve. You look like you're a Packers fan, if I'm guessing correctly. Imagine that Cole Kmet is Luke Musgrave. Okay, you can see that he's a really good blocker. He gets himself involved in the play when he doesn't have the ball, but he's not flashing off the pages when he's running his routes, when he's making catches. He doesn't look like the most athletic guy in the world.
But you thought he was going to be the guy.
And then
you drafted him thinking he was going to be the guy, yeah.
And then Kraft on the other side is overachieving his expectations, and he looks like a real monster tight end. When he's got mismatches, he tears them to pieces.
He's basically your number one receiver in Green Bay.
Yeah. So that's your Colston Loveland, if that's what you're hoping. So I guess that's the best. I like Cole Kmet. He's a good, well-rounded tight end, but he's not a great receiver. And
I like Musgrave.
And
I do.
And I like Smythe, who's also not a receiver at all.
He serves his role.
And he puts his body on the line. So Cole Kmet is a good tight end, but he's not great at anything the position requires.
Well, in general, Steve, the tight end position is not being focused on enough in Chicago. And that was the thing that I wanted to make sure got talked about on Monday night. I wasn't able to be on. You guys had a great show. But like the 12 personnel is having mucho success in the NFL.
I will say this.
And that was Ben Johnson, what we were sold on in regards to him. And we are not seeing it.
Not just what we were sold on.
To do with it. That's what his offense has been successful doing. And we're not seeing it in Chicago yet.
I said this last week before you jumped on, man. It's not just being underused. This is the thing, guys, that was supposed to be different from every other team in the NFL. Is you had these two guys that are both talented players. They both can run routes,
and they create mismatches.
And Colston Loveland are both capable. Yes, and they're big-bodied guys. They're athletic guys, both of them. So. This was supposed to be the dynamic that you could present a defense that no other offense in the NFL could really do, and I still believe to this day that it is. So
it's got to get utilized.
Where is it? Yeah, and obviously, I don't mean the game that Colston Loveland's injured. I mean the game where the two were both healthy.
Colston Loveland was full participant. He's been a full participant. He's on the practice field. So let's see it. Because the mismatches that you can create is what I'm salivating over. And that could be a huge part of Caleb Williams having that statement game on Monday night if these tight ends can get involved in this offense. I think there's something to be had there. I need to see Colston Loveland involved more in this offense. And honestly, I think that helps Cole Kmet too. I really do. When Caleb is on point and he's working the seams, these tight ends can get off, man. But we got to see it. That's all I'm saying. Like the lack of success that we've had with the two tight end personnel is very concerning to me up to this point. It's the second most concerning thing to me about this offense. The first thing, obviously, with a bullet is the run game just being non-existent.
DJ Moore, Steve might not be. They got to find the right way to use him because they're not doing it. But
Well, they're
12
trying to use him in the backfield. He's taking some more reps in the backfield in practice this week.
I want to say this 12 personnel looks a lot different when it's and it's you're just substantially less talented as at the receiving aspect of this position.
Yes.
And
yes.
I don't say Smythe really just doesn't present that whatsoever. And Komet, he's a fair. I'll call him fair. He's a fair target. He runs routes, but he's not he's not the most athletic person. The separation is
He'll
never all
catch it
that.
and get tackled.
The
He's Jake
separation's not that
Ferguson.
it's not that
Yeah.
impressive to me either, unless he's in the end zone and he's just kind of forgotten about. He's pretty well defended when he does catch footballs. Now, I'll give him that. He still catches them. But
listen, I think Cole Kmet can have a big game on Monday. I think both of these tight ends being utilized in a very intentional way on Monday night is necessary.
You'll start to need that. Yeah, from both of them.
You need it. What else does Caleb need to make his statement on Monday night? I mean, the run game
left
seems
tackle
too
thing
obvious,
to work out, Dustin.
Also, I mean, here, do you think Caleb is up for this challenge to come out with a victory on Monday night and go in there and make the plays he needs to make? Do you think we see a statement game from Caleb on Monday night? Because this is the spot to do it in my mind. Do you think we see it? Like, go on the road against the NFC contender and get the W and come the fuck home.
What sucks is you could see a statement game from Caleb Williams and the Bears could lose anyways, just as they did last year. And I mean, like, he could play a clean game of football and score a lot of points, but the league's worst rush defense is about to play the league's best rush offense. So, like, Caleb might not be the reason this football team doesn't come out of there with the win.
He needs to be the reason they do come out with the win, though.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
You might have to win because of Caleb.
That's my point.
What makes it a statement game.
That's my point.
This might be the first time where it's like it's all on him.
Yeah, he needs to put his team on his back and carry him to a W. Do you think he can do it?
Yeah, of course.
Yes, fuck yeah. Okay,
so
we're thinking
Caleb
a
is
statement game is in line for Caleb Williams Monday night when we are at River Street for let me see here. We got a picture here. Let me just throw this out here real quick. It's a good transition. Monday Night Football, Bears versus Washington, October 13th. 4-Star Chicago Sports, River Street, 102 North River Street in East Dundee. Doors open at 5 p.m. We will all be there. We want to see as many of y'all as possible. If you can make it out, awesome. If you can't, check in with us on YouTube. But if you can, $3 Miller Lite and Coors Tall Boys, okay? Half price wings, gonna be raffles, giveaways, and what is it? Bears Care, the charity. We had a really good showing last year when we did this, but we would like to have a better one this year, and we'd like to get to know some of y'all and put some faces to some of these names. So if you can make it out, come on out. 102 North River Street, East Dundee. We'll be there Monday night, and I'm fucking ecstatic for that, man. I'm excited. Looking forward to it. How about you, Brandon?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm catching up to the chat. I don't know what Jed's saying here. Stats say different. Kometa's been top.
Jed, we appreciate you, boss, but I don't want it to turn into us dogging on Cole Kmet show. It's like that seems to happen
too often. Crap. No, I'm just kidding.
It seems to happen too often. Cole Kmet is a solid player.
Guys. I like Cole Kmet. Dustin knows this. I liked Cole Kmet in Notre Dame. I liked Cole Kmet for a long time.
I thought it was it was a strange pick when the Bears made it. I liked the extension.
I liked the pick when the Bears made it.
It's been a solid return on investment. He is. I want someone that can do more at that position. I think that's what Colston Loveland is. I want to see both of them working in tandem.
In regards to the contract he received, I don't know.
No. I mean, but I want to see both of them working in tandem to help make the passing game a little easier for Caleb Williams. That's what I want to see. So hopefully both of them can get some red zone opportunities, and as the season progresses, we see that 12-man personnel just kind of, excel with the Chicago Bears.
I think flourish, that would, like I said, that I think that presents a dynamic that no other team in the league really has, man.
Yeah, if it gets going and firing on all cylinders, that's going to be hard to reckon with if you're an NFL defense, because those guys can both be matchup nightmares depending on how Ben Johnson designs it and who we end up seeing covering these tight ends, man.
and they're both really good. The one thing that I can say about Colston Loveland even now is these guys are both really good at
Oh, thanks, Jed.
finding that soft spot in the zone, Dustin. Colston Loveland seems to be really damn good at that. When he has caught the ball thus far, preseason and beyond, he's been pretty open.
It's hard to say what Colston Loveland is good at right now because we just haven't seen much, man.
That's
I
why
need to see the guy
that's
get
why I
more
led by
targets.
saying even now, I think I can say confidently that he finds a way to get in those soft zone, man. He finds a way to get lost. He's
Yeah.
open when he catches the ball.
Oh, Steve
Yeah,
says this is
I'm
a
excited,
cool
man. I'm
show,
excited.
man.
Still,
Fuck yeah.
I appreciate it, man. He's still a top
Better
10
have hit that
pick.
like button, Steve.
I'm excited to watch. Jesus, you don't get to give orders, man. Sorry, Steve.
Now.
Guy's a dick.
It's okay, though. I have a big heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Bizzo
So
says game is going to come down Washington running game versus Bears passing game. I wish it was that simple because the Bears run defense is also involved in that in a big way, and that's a problem. He hit it a while ago. I knew I was being overconfident because I knew he had already done it. Thank you, Steve. We appreciate the kind words. Caleb, statement game Monday. Let's do it. Let's see our quarterback come through. Shut these motherfuckers up that want to see him fail. Put it down, Caleb. You got this.
Yeah, let him. Yeah, because
and
I'll say let him just keep doing that because that's what he's been doing is pretty much his whole damn career. It seems like, but yeah, man, I think you are correct. Listen,
prime spot.
The spread is 4.5. I mean, the Bears. The expectation
road
is
underdog.
The expectation is the Bears lose this football game. It's just another reason it makes it a statement game for Caleb Williams. And yes, Dustin, I believe that if Caleb Williams needs to put a team on his back and win a football game, he has shown time and time again, at least to me, throughout his career, through his collegiate level, and even in the NFL when he's needed to late in games, that he can win a football game. And I believe he will.
And you alluded to this already, and I just want to ask this one more question. Caleb, is it possible Caleb has that statement game and the Bears still lose?
Are you asking me?
Yeah. Who else would I be fucking asking, Brandon?
Well, I already said this.
No, like just put a bow on it, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's possible because
what up,
the Bears
Shorty?
can't stop the run. What's going on, Shorty?
Go Cubs, go! I hate the Bears, but one Bear I like the most besides Walter Payton is Willie Goat. Okay, so you're an older cat. Thanks for being here. Gordon, Edwards, and Booker will be great to see back on the field. We're about to get into that. And Shorty says, "Go Cubs, go!" We touched on that earlier.
Yeah.
And Sean, just so you guys know, Sean checked in. What did he say in our group text? He said, "Fuck the Brewers, fly that fucking W." So that's Sean checking in from his couch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. What we go? Yeah, fuck the Brewers. Where are we going to next?
Oh, I think we should do the rankings before we dive into the game.
It's a Cubs hat, Shorty. I'm not a Sox fan. No, I am not a Sox fan.
I think we should go through our rankings. Do you got those?
You're a Packers fan and a Yankees fan, Steve? Jesus Christ. Then he's already saying sorry because he knows how awful that is. What are you, a Lakers fan too, dude? The fuck out of here. No, don't get the fuck out of here. We like you here. You're doing a great job. Stay. Oh, God. I hate the Yankees with a passion. I'm a Red Sox fan. My grandfather was a Red Sox fan.
No, the real question for a Packers fan, from any fan from Wisconsin, is
he is a Lakers fan, of course.
Who's your hockey team?
It's gonna be the fucking Red Wings.
Red Wings, of course.
The fucking Red Wings. Shorty, that's awful.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Shorty.
Yeah, man, that's bad news. That fucking sucks. You know, it's an unfortunate relationship we get into with animals, man, because more times than not they're gonna die before you, and you're gonna go through that, and then you're gonna like go get another one and do it again, and like, yeah, we've all been there. I've had a few dogs put down over the years. It fucking sucks, man. It's
Oh, it
never
always
fun.
sucks the same for
Yep,
sure.
yep. And then we just do it again because
Yep.
it's like being a Bears fan. Like the pain it's gonna cause. And I mean, I'm being a little facetious right now, obviously, just trying to add a little levity, but like you know the pain it's gonna cause, but you still keep participating in it
And it's
because
worth it.
life is
Dogs,
about hope
dogs
and
are
love
awesome.
and
Yeah.
sorry,
Canadians
Shorty.
fan. Jesus, Steve, you just blind draw on your teams. You pointed a map.
I mean, weren't the
How do you?
Canadians really good in like the 80s or some shit or the 70s? Like,
I don't know, dude.
yeah, me neither. I just assume so. I, I, I'm sorry, Shorty. I honestly don't have words for you, man.
Yeah, it's tough. Only
We've all
time
dealt
heals
with it.
that wound,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Shorty's probably aware of that. I'm sure that's why he said he's not getting another one. Oh, do you have those rankings?
So the power rankings? You didn't upload the picture in here, you son of a bitch?
I
You
did
had
not.
one job, dude, one job. So the power rankings for the NFL, we did some power rankings for the NFL before the season started. We just did them off the cuff. And Notre Dame, and he's a Notre Dame fan. I can live with that. I root for Notre Dame as well. I am a fan. Power rankings of NFL teams. Me and Brandon did them off the cuff to start the season. We just wanted to check back in on them. It's we're getting into towards the middle of the season, and we'll revisit them a couple times, keep ourselves honest, and really point out where we fucked up and point out where we were right, and hopefully have a few wins here, Brandon, because I think we fucked up a lot, but we'll see. It's not going to start off good. I mean, the 32nd team we had was the Saints, Brandon. I mean, that's okay, right? We're on par there. 31 was the Titans. Okay, yeah, we're doing pretty good. 30, Brandon, and I blame you mostly
The
for this
Colts.
because
The
I blame
Colts.
you mostly for this
Of
because
course,
you're
you
the one.
blame me for it.
Yeah, I
You
wasn't
blame me
like
for everything, man.
I think I would have had. Oh, stop it. 30 was the Colts. We're way off on that one. The
That's
Colts are
Dustin's fault. That is completely
no
and
Brandon.
entirely.
No, Brandon was very much down on the
No,
Colts. I think
no,
I picked them for
Dustin,
6 wins.
100% Dustin's fault.
Colts are looking pretty good. They're looking like they're going to take the AFC South. Obviously, a lot of season left to go. We don't want to overreact too much, but 29, we had the Browns. So in retrospect, the Browns would be at 29, and the Colts would move up pretty high on this list. 28, we had the Jets, Brandon. Okay, looking good. 27, the Panthers. Yeah, that sounds about right. 26, the Patriots. Now I'll say this: I picked the Patriots to win 10 games when we did our predictions. Like I thought the Patriots would be a better team than this. We made this list together. Me and Brandon have to have some give and take, obviously, in these situations. 26 with the Patriots. I think we got a little egg on our face there, don't you think?
Well, more so with the Colts, but yeah, the Patriots.
Colts and the Patriots at this point, egg on our
Patriots
face.
might be like 19th instead of 28th. So yeah.
And the next team is the Seahawks at 25. That's the team I picked to go to the playoffs. Not looking good. I mean, no, they're 3-2 at this point. They had just played a crazy game against the Buccaneers that could have gone either way. Sam Darnold has looked a lot better than people expected. And again, the Vikings are dumb for not re-signing him, Brandon. They're going to regret that. They just will. And the Vikings are still. Yeah, the Vikings are still finding a way to win some games against some inferior opponents. But as of right now, it's looking like they should have held on to Darnold. But 25, we had the Seahawks. 24, we had the Giants. I think that's about right at this point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're already in a pretty big hole in regards to record. I think they're 1-4 or something, aren't they?
I thought they had 2 wins at this point.
2-4? Yeah, 2-4.
Yeah. Jaguars at 23. Jaguars are another one of those teams that are kind of surprising people.
4-1.
Yeah. I don't see them being a double-digit win team still. I really don't. But I guess we'll see how that goes. The Jaguars are a good team so far, but they haven't. I mean, they beat the Niners and they beat the Chiefs. Those are 2 wins that I'll give them. Those are quality wins to me. So they got a couple of quality wins.
Yeah, no, they're definitely a better team than I think we put them where we put them. I think
we really fucked up here, Brandon, because like we both wanted the Dolphins. We both thought the Dolphins were bad. I think I picked the Dolphins to win 4 games, but somehow we put the Dolphins at 22.
I thought I thought I told you to change that like halfway through our rankings.
Oh, is that what you did? Because like,
Yeah, we said we were going to
what
put
if
them
I pulled
behind
up
this.
the
said-
graphic you made right now? Were they going to be at 28?
I made the quarterbacks into a graphic, not the teams.
Oh,
We said we were going to put them behind the Seahawks.
well, on this list,
Where were
it's
the
in
Seahawks?
10. The Seahawks are at 25.
Yeah, so we were going to put them at 26.
Flip the Seahawks and the Dolphins, basically, or move the Seahawks down, and everybody moves up.
Yeah,
I don't remember, man. This was a while ago we did this, but 21, the Cardinals. Okay, I don't care about the Cardinals, honestly. It's like a team that I could just not watch. And the way that they lost to the Titans on Sunday was fucking hilarious, dude. Eddie DeMarcado is getting punched on the sideline by his coach because he can't hold on to the football, crossing the goal line.
He drops the ball early, and then they have a player make the game-winning interception
And then
fumbles it instead
and then
of
it gets
just
kicked
down
into the end zone. It's just ridiculous. And I don't even know if he caught that ball, like completed the interception, but like who knows what a catch is anymore. But yeah, the Cardinals are weird. And Gannon got fined $100,000 for that.
For hitting his player.
You agree with that? Did he hit him? I didn't think it was more like a let's go, get your shit together. I didn't think it was he
hit him. No, he hit him at the end, at the very end.
It was a love tap.
Right before he walks away, he hits him.
Sure. He hits him in the abdomen. I don't know, man. You got fined $100,000. That seems a little heavy to me, but
yeah, maybe.
I don't think you put your
$25,000.
Don't put your hands on your players. Don't do that. Cowboys at 20. Yeah, that's about right now. Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
I have the actual rankings too.
Yep, he was fined by the Cardinals, not the league. Yes, John, that is correct. The Cardinals fined him, and I think it was just a reaction to the feedback that they got when that shit went viral. But 19, we had the Raiders. That's a miss. It's a bit of a miss right now. The Raiders are not.
The Cowboys are currently 20th in the power rankings.
Okay, so in what ESPN's power rankings?
No, not power rankings. Sorry, the standings.
In the standings. Where are the Raiders? Because we had them at 19.
They're bad, man. They're way down there.
And like 28, 29.
Yeah.
Yeah. We kind of missed on that one. And I'll say this, man. I hated the Geno Smith trade. I hated the Geno Smith trade when they made it. I like a lot of talent on that team, and I like the Pete Carroll hiring, but maybe Pete Carroll's just too old to be coaching football. Maybe Pete Carroll and Bill Belichick are both just too old to be coaching football, and you can't do it forever. I like both of them still, but like it's not looking good at this point.
Yeah,
18.
That's a disaster, but we're not going to dive into it. We'll do that on a different show. That North Carolina.
Yeah, Jerry Jones was fined more for flipping off Jets fans than Gannon was for hitting his player. That's funny. And that was by the league. Yes, because Jerry Jones didn't fine himself. 18, we got the Falcons. I think that sits well with me at this point. Yes. Yeah. We've made some mistakes here leading up. Like Colts should be higher, Patriots should be higher, Raiders should be lower, Jaguars should
Falcons
be higher.
are 18th, Brendan.
Yeah, that makes sense. 17th, we got the Packers. This was before the Micah Parsons trade, just to be fair to ourselves. So I mean, like they would have jumped up to like 11 probably for me if I knew about that trade when we made this. So yeah, 17 Packers, 16 Vikings. I would imagine
15th right now.
Yeah, I would imagine they're right there. Yes, in terms of standings.
Yeah, we kind of crushed.
Let's just ignore all the stupid shit we said and just focus on where we're crushing it. Yeah. 15, the Bears. I mean,
Bears are 19.
Yeah, so I mean, we're in the area, and that's some understandable optimism from a couple of guys that want to see the Bears succeed, and legitimately thought that the Bears were a better team than the Vikings. Again, the Parsons trade would have changed things for the Packers for us, 100%. 14, this is a big fat miss. It's Joe Burrow injury. 14, we had the Bengals. We should have seen that off, bro. We all talked ourselves into the Bengals just because.
Well, the Bengals are 21st. So
we should have, yeah, but that's a facade. They look like one of the worst teams in the league when you watch them play football. They just happen to win a couple of games.
They don't look like they are.
Yeah. Yes, Bears higher than the Packers, Steve, and the Lakers and the Yankees aren't on this list. Just so you know. Yes, Bengals 14. That's a miss. We should have seen how bad that offensive line was. It was pretty clear, and it was bad things were going to happen. So that's a miss. 13 Steelers. I think this makes sense. This feels right now. 13 Steelers.
Well, the Steelers are currently 7.
Yeah, but again, standings don't necessarily paint the whole picture to me because you got to consider who they've played and how they've won. The Steelers do not look like a top 10 team to me when I watch them play. They have a lot of talent, and maybe they
They're
can
going to
get
win their
better.
division, man.
That's not in stone yet, but it's looking good for them for sure. But even if they win their division, Brandon, they're not scaring me in the playoffs. I think them coming to Chicago, the Bears can beat them. They're a beatable team. I'll say that. 12, the Texans, and I picked the Texans to win 8 games. I don't know why we got them this high, but
Yeah,
that's
I don't
probably
know. I feel like we felt an obligation to do so because they're
because of the
way
AFC South.
down there, man.
Yeah.
They're 22nd.
That's a big miss. It's a big
Yeah,
miss. We'll take it on the chin.
That's egregious.
We'll take it on the chin.
And we knew. That's the worst part.
Yeah.
Is
That
we knew.
offensive line was
Your
going to be
better
bad.
judgment
We
just
fucking knew
walked
it.
away
Yeah.
from that one. The Dolphins and that team, we absolutely knew. We absolutely knew.
I took a flyer. I didn't think the Texans could
But
win that division.
our worst, and I guess you can throw it all on me, Jagoff, but the Colts, I think, what do we have them? 30th?
30th. That's the worst by
they're
far.
first.
Yes,
Right
that's
now,
the worst
in
by
the
far.
standings. They're the first place team.
That was the worst by far. I took a flyer on the Titans to win the AFC South because I just could not pick the Texans, and I missed the Colts. I completely missed it. I'll say that. But I went, and like you were just saying, I went against, like, I know this. I do this every year. Coaching matters so much, and Callahan is the worst coach in the NFL, and I knew that.
We said that.
And
We said if he sucks, they'll suck. Yeah, we did say that.
So, like,
And
I
he
was
does suck.
hoping against hope that, Cam Ward, could, put some things together, and there's some talent on that team. But yeah, no, they're bad. They're not winning that division. The Rams are at 11. We got the Rams at 11. That feels pretty right. I would imagine the standings kind of reflect that as well.
No, they are 16th.
Yeah, it's okay. I think they're better than that in terms of where they stand in the NFL right now. If you were doing power rankings, I think the Rams would kind of stay right where we got them. The Niners at 10. That again, right now that makes sense to me.
They're second in the league. Yeah.
That makes sense to me.
In the standings, this is not.
Yeah, but they're not.
Rankings. Yeah.
No, I understand that you're not telling me power rankings. I'm just saying, like, the Niners are not the second best team in the league when you watch them play. We know that. So I think 10 kind of makes sense right now. Their defense is
their schedule plays to their favor.
Yes,
so they're going to look record-wise. They're going to be one of the best teams in the NFL all year. But talent-wise, no, it doesn't.
I mean, them finding a way to win that Rams game on Thursday night on the road, huge statement game for the Niners, and I think that they're going to carry that momentum. And Mac Jones is finding a way to be serviceable with Shanahan. Big surprise. Very similar to what Darnold just did, going to the Niners and then finding a place to go after that. I think Mac Jones might be following that same path. We'll see. 9, we had the Chargers. This was me pounding the table for it.
Again, the Chargers are currently 10th.
I mean, listen, they don't look good right now because we did this knowing that Slater was gone, and
we're almost spot on.
Yeah, but I picked the Chargers to be a very good team this year because of the fact that Harbaugh's their coach, and they added talent at the running back position. They were going to run it, and that was going to make Herbert better. Their 2 running backs go down, Najee Harris and Hampton. Hampton's out for at least 4 weeks right now. Najee Harris, I think, is done for the season. And then their 2 and Alt goes to fill in for Slater, and I'm like, okay, they'll be fine. But then Alt goes down too. It's a big problem. What's up, Nick? How you doing?
What's going on, Nick? Yeah,
I was gonna ask you guys some start-sit advice, but after this power rankings revisit, I'm good. Nick, it's not that bad. Get out of here.
I think. Well, I'll say we've been better than our teams that, like, there's a few teams who are just egregiously bad. We were so wrong on, like,
and it happens every year.
3 or 4, but literally 3 or 4 out of 32 Everything else is we've been in the ballpark for sure.
Yeah. I wanted to revisit it because I don't want us
And
to just
nobody
go out.
thought the Colts were going to be the first place team in the
No, fuck
NFL.
no. Nobody was picking that. Nobody was picking them to win their division. Everyone missed the Colts. Let's just admit it. That's okay. If you didn't, I don't
But
believe.
Dustin, we went well against the grain with the Cowboys and the Dolphins.
Mm.
So many people were telling me these teams were like playoff teams. They're going to be winning to good football teams. They're not.
Mm-hmm.
So
and I think the Cowboys
or
might.
no, I say the Dolphins, the Jets.
Yeah.
I meant the Jets.
Yeah, the Jets are 0-5. They're the worst team in the league right now in terms of record. So 9 Chargers, 8. Oh, I was trying to make the point. I wanted to revisit this because I don't want us to just be out here giving these lists and then not holding ourselves accountable. You know what I'm saying? So like we're wearing the egg on our face, Nick. So I don't like to give start-sit advice for fantasy, anyways, because like people end up getting mad at you when shit don't go right. It's like you go with your gut. 8, we had the Commanders.
Yeah,
they're not. We were a little higher on them than what they've shown so far. Yeah, we're a little higher on them than what they've shown so far. And hopefully they continue to tumble down that list when the Bears beat their ass on Monday night. We'll see how that goes. 7, we had the Broncos. I feel good about that. I feel like that's a good one. I think
Broncos are currently 13th, but yeah, 7. They're gonna finish. They're gonna crawl the board here for sure.
Yeah, and again,
they're about to crawl the board. There's no doubt.
they're better than 13th in terms of what they put on the field.
Good football team. They are.
The based fella, cheap viewers on stream. Oh, thanks for joining us, dude. One of those fucking ads guys trying to get people to click on some other shit. 6, we got the Bucks. I like this one. We might have put them too low at this point. Yeah. And Brandon, this was all you banging the table for him. You like the Bucks. I picked the Bucks to make the playoffs. So like I was with you, but like you thought they'd be really good, and they've found ways to win games they should have lost all season, and it's all Baker Mayfield. And yes, he is the clear-cut MVP right now, man. He is. Baker Mayfield is putting his team on his back and carrying them to wins. It's been fucking awesome to watch.
That team is awesome. Yeah, I love watching that football team, and yeah, they're 4th right now. So again, pretty damn close. Close.
Number 5, we got the Lions.
The Lions are 5th.
I feel like the Lions should be higher. Lions would be my number 1 team in the power rankings right now.
Well, you got to think, Dustin, the top 6 teams are tied, but they do put them in an order in which, you know what I mean? They go to the following, which I think is your divisional record, and then they go to your home record. So, like, there is actually still some method to which team is placed before the next. So, yes, all 6 teams are 4-1. Jaguars, Lions, Bucks, Bills, Niners, Colts.
Okay. Yeah, and I mean, I think the Lions would be number 1 if you were making a power ranking right now.
Yeah.
They've had the most impressive
power rankings. I'm sure they're 1. I'm sure they're 1.
Yeah. Number 4, we got the Bills.
They're number 3.
Yeah. It's gonna get rough in here though, because the Chiefs at 3, not looking good right now.
Chiefs I think are gonna start getting hot, man.
Yeah, they're gonna get Rice back, and things will get a little better for them. Simmons is gonna continue to progress at left tackle. The offensive line is gonna get better. I mean, they'll find some explosive plays, but yeah, it's not looking good right now. We'll say that. This one is awful.
The Ravens.
I mean, everybody had the Ravens as one of the better teams in the league, and they had the talent on paper, but like their defense has been the worst in the NFL.
They're 27th in the NFL.
Yeah, they're fucking bad, dude. That's a big disappointment, and Lamar getting hurt, he's the only thing that gave them a chance to win. Derrick Henry's no good without them. Their offense don't do shit. Cooper Rush sucks, and their defense is abysmal. So if they can't score points, they got no shot, man. So like, this is a big miss, but I think we can wear that knowing that everyone had that miss, Brandon. Like the Ravens are just the team. They're having the season,
especially since they had a good draft.
They had an awesome fucking draft, dude. And they had an awesome offseason overall.
It's surprising to see them fail, yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Season from hell. That's the Ravens this year. And then number 1, we had the Eagles, who just got destroyed by the Giants on Thursday Night Football.
They're 8th right now.
Yeah. I mean,
they'll climb though, man.
I feel decent.
They'll be there near the they'll be near the top at the end of the season for sure.
they'll find ways to win, and that's what they do. And they're a good football team, so it makes sense. Jalen Hurts threw his first
And
interception
who
of the
knows,
season.
man? Maybe we get wronger. Maybe we get righter. I don't know. Like maybe the Colts go on a 5-game losing skid, and it's like, oh well, maybe they are down there. You never know. Maybe the Eagles win the next 5, and they're back to like third in the standings. You know what I mean?
Just wanted to hold ourselves accountable. Those were our preseason power rankings, just off the cuff. Me and Brandon discussing it, and I feel pretty good about it. I feel decent about it. Like there's some good hits in there, and
I,
there's
I
some
like
bad
that.
misses.
I like the things that we said that most went like because you just said oh the Colts, nobody had them up there, the Ravens, nobody had them down there. The things that we were extremely wrong about was just probably the general consensus from every analyst or fan. The ones that we went out on limbs, Dustin, we were pretty damn correct on because like again, the Jets were supposed to be a really good football team this year, and I like Aaron
Yeah,
Glenn, but I just knew once they signed Justin Fields as their starting quarterback that was not going to go well, man. So we called that out for sure against all the odds when everybody else said no. And then I think
thanks, John. John says those weren't bad for being
the
preseason. Yeah,
the Cowboys, man, like everybody, the Cowboys were being picked to finish like possibly
yeah,
challenge the Eagles for the East and win with double
yeah.
digits. Like I
And the
I
Dolphins too,
didn't
like you said.
I didn't see it, man. I didn't. But the Cowboys are 2-2-1. They could still
Yeah,
come
they're
out and
right
win.
there now that the Eagles just lost. I mean, maybe that shit happens. Who knows, man? We're gonna see as the
But
season
this
goes
but
on.
this Giants team is starting to look really dude,
The Giants,
that
we
defensive line is frightening.
yeah,
This is
we
the
all like
worst
the
game.
Giants.
This is the
Just
worst game I've seen Hurts play in a long time.
yeah, we all like the Giants. We just didn't have the balls to pick them. There was so much uncertainty. You didn't trust them.
I gave them 7 wins in my
Yeah, I think I gave them 6. Yeah,
so
and with potential to
and they
kind
have
of make
2
some
and
noise.
4. They'll probably get 7 wins. You know what I mean?
We'll see how it goes. Hopefully, one of them's not against the Bears. So those are our power rankings, man. Do you want to do the QB ones, or you want to move on to this Bears game?
We could probably do the QBs real quick, but I don't know.
I mean, that one took us about 20 minutes to get through. So,
Yeah, we can do these quickly.
okay, let's just start it up. This was our preseason QB rankings, guys. 32, Cleveland quarterback. I think we were pretty spot on with that. I mean, they just traded Joe Flacco after benching him through 6 interceptions in 4 games. And now Dylan Gabriel is out there, and he looks okay, but I'm not feeling good about it. 31, we had New Orleans, Rattler or Shuck, and I don't know. I'd probably put him. I don't know. Would you put him any higher? Yeah, maybe you put Cam Ward there instead of Rattler. But Rattler is yeah,
Did
he's
we
not been
have
very good.
did we
As much
have Rattler or did we just have whoever
just
the
New Orleans, Rattler or
okay,
Shuck, because it was still up in the air at that time.
gotcha. Yeah,
30,
Rattler's better than Ward right now for sure.
30, we had Anthony Richardson. That was before they announced that Daniel Jones would be the starter. So, and we weren't feeling great about Daniel Jones either. So we would be wrong on that one. I mean, in a sense, I guess, but not wrong about Anthony Richardson. He's not a good quarterback. So I guess we were
No,
right
I
there.
would have placed on all honesty, Dustin, I would have placed them higher if I'd known Daniel Jones was the
Yeah,
starter.
yeah, same here. Probably higher than Justin Fields, who we have at 29, which I
Yeah.
like. I like that.
Daniel Jones would have moved up a few spots for sure.
Yes, yeah, for over JJ McCarthy as well, probably. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Who's at 28? And I like that too. We had Justin Fields at 29, JJ McCarthy at 28, Russell Wilson or the Giants QB at 27. That's looking good. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, he's benched. So, yeah.
26. And I was the biggest table pounder for this one. I had Aaron Rodgers. We had Aaron Rodgers at 26. I mean, I don't feel particularly off about that right now, to be honest. Aaron
He's
Rodgers
certainly
is
not. He actually, I saw quarterback power rankings today, and he's like third. But that's
I don't know
I
about
can
that.
almost guarantee you that's based off like quarterback passer rating or something, because in just talent, situation, age, there's that guy's not
Yeah.
top 15 in
I
the
don't
league.
have a lot of faith in him. If you can get any pressure on him, you're gonna win. You're gonna
Yeah,
win that game.
he's
Um,
lacking some things that winning quarterbacks nowadays tend to have.
25, we had Tua. Yeah, makes sense. 24. This one we were off on, man. Sam Darnold, by a lot of metrics right now, is the best quarterback in football.
He's ranked 7th. I have the
Is one of
rankings pulled up.
Yeah, he's rankings of what? What are the rankings of?
It's well, I can choose whatever I want. What should I do?
Are you going
Rating?
by QB rating?
What's that? What should I? Not
Yeah.
QBR. No.
No.
Passer rating.
No, yeah, the quarterback rating, not QBR, not the ESPN one, but the
Quarterback rating is QBR, dude.
it was
Which
quarterback rating.
accounts for rushing too.
No, it was quarterback rating my whole life until they made QBR. Quarterback rating was the
So you're
passer
talking
rating.
about passer rating.
Yeah, there you go.
Sam Darnold's 3rd.
I don't acknowledge the QBR.
Sam Darnold's 3rd in passer rating.
Yeah, Sam Darnold was one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now, and we were way off on that. And again, I like the Seahawks, and I thought Darnold would be better than what people were giving him credit for. I didn't think it was just all KOC like a lot of people. But 24, we got to wear that. Not good. We're way off on that one. 23, this is another one we're way off on, Brandon. Cam Ward. He has not been good. He has not been what we expected at all. Way off on that. So we'll wear that proudly on our chest.
He's 32nd.
Yeah, it's not been good. Yeah, that tracks. That makes sense. He's been awful. And I think the situation obviously lends itself to him similar to what Caleb went through last year, in terms of just
that's a bad team.
The position he's being put in. I there's talent there, and Cam Ward will be the best quarterback out of this draft. It's just going to take a little time. We jumped on it a little too early. 22, we got Penix. Okay, that makes sense to me.
It's currently.
You got to look that far down.
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. All right. 21. Trevor Lawrence.
He's 26th.
Penix. Yeah. Okay. Trevor Lawrence, 21.
Trevor Lawrence right now. I think he's high, isn't he?
No, he hasn't been that special in terms of passing the ball.
No, he's way down here. Hold on.
Yeah.
He's 29th.
Yeah. He hasn't. Again, the Jaguars are winning with running and defense.
Yeah.
And Trevor Lawrence. Lawrence falling on his face and then walking into the end zone.
He's thrown for a lot of yards. I'll say that. But yeah, that defense has been incredible, man.
Okay, this one's bad. 20, Geno. Yeah, this guy who's leading the league in interceptions.
He's 30th. Yeah, no, he's not good. Geno's not good.
This is a guy I wanted to put higher. We couldn't find a way to do it. I guess we could have swapped him for Bryce Young, but we got 19, Drake Maye.
He's 5th.
Yeah, he's having a fucking damn good season. He's as of right now, he is the best quarterback out of that draft. As of right now, Bryce Young we had at 18. Not looking good. That's not looking that good.
We have him at
18.
He is 27th. Yeah, our quarterback rankings not going so well.
Yeah, these suck. 17, Kyler Murray.
This is tentatively, man, because when I give these names, there's people in here like Tyrod Taylor, Marcus Mariota. So these guys are dropping. They're dropping. But that's even worse because Cam Ward's lower than even those guys who've only played.
Well, they're also playing in limited snaps, so it's hard to make. It's easier to be efficient on less snaps. So that's something to keep in mind. 16, we got Jordan Love.
Love.
I think we're probably a little low.
Jordan Love is 4th.
Yeah, we're probably a little low on him. 15, Stroud. He just had a really good game against a terrible defense.
He's 11th.
14, Bo Nix. He's not looked good. He's had a couple of decent moments, but he has not looked good overall. I think we overrated 24th. Him. Yeah. Brandon's just like, we suck. This is awful. We did terrible.
Yeah. Well, dude, power rankings is one thing. This is a tough thing to do because like Daniel Jones will naturally be at the top, somewhere near the top of this list, but talent-wise, is he really better?
Would you take him over Jared Goff?
Better than Dak Prescott because he's much higher than Dak Prescott. You know what I mean? So it's like,
we put Dak in a good spot on this list, I think. But 13, we have Goff, and I think we're low on that.
Goff is 2nd.
Yes. 12, Caleb. We're probably a little too high on Caleb there.
Caleb is 18th.
Yeah. Makes sense. 11, we had Dak. This one feels good to me. That feels right.
Dak is 13.
Yeah. That's pretty spot on. Okay, we got one. 10, we got Stafford. That feels right to me as well.
He's 7. So I think
Yeah,
if we're within 3, it was a decent
yeah, it's okay. It's
price.
solid. Yeah.
That's a
And
field goal.
again, passer rating is it's again, it's somewhat arbitrary. Number 9, we got Purdy. That's a miss. That's a big fat miss.
It's hard, man. The guy's
When he's hurt, yeah,
he's just
yeah,
not been healthy.
yeah.
And
But
he's
when
still
he's
and he's still above a lot of guys. Like
yeah,
he's
I
20
mean,
he's 25th and they list 33. So
eh. Number 8, we got Jaden Daniels. Again, a guy who's been hurt, hasn't really been able to put a lot on tape, a lot on the
he's
field.
20th. Yeah, he's way
Yeah.
down.
7, we got Herbert. I still feel good about that. I think Herbert's in a bad spot right now with no protection, and it's a big problem.
Herbert is
Herbert's looked damn good this year. Besides,
21st.
yeah, I don't. Again, I don't prescribe to that necessarily. 6, we got Mayfield. I mean, he should be higher on this list.
Field is 9th.
Yeah, no, he's not. He's like number 1 to me right now.
Yeah, because he's not a stats guy. So
well, he's getting
Baker
the stats
Mayfield is the perfect combination of talent and
and moxie.
competitive drive, man. The guy is like what he can make up in talent, what he doesn't have in talent, he can make up for in just like his drive
Edge.
to
Yeah,
fucking win the football game. He just
he
does
just does whatever
whatever's
is necessary.
required.
Yeah, and that's what I'm
And
talking about. What we need
it's
to see from
awesome.
Caleb.
Yeah,
That's what you need to
awesome
see from
watch.
Caleb. Work within the system to do whatever is necessary to win the game. What Drake Maye did on Sunday night, that's what we need to see Caleb do. What Baker Mayfield's doing every fucking week, it looks like. 5, we got Hurts. It's okay. He just threw his first interception of the season.
He's 12th.
I mean, the Hurts also is more about not so much about his passer rating is a bad stat to use for Hurts in this
His QBR
experiment.
is
Even that
58. Yeah, he's not very good either.
No, it's his impact on winning is not
He
measured
is
by passer rating or
he is
QBR.
the fifth most sacked quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah. I think 5 for Hurts feels good to me. To be honest, I don't care about what the passer rating is. His team is finding a way to win games. I mean, now's not a good time to say that after they just got their asses kicked by the Giants, but I still like Hurts. Number 4, we got Mahomes. Makes sense. Makes sense to me. Still, I gotta say.
Yeah, he's way down there though.
Yeah, again, the passer rating might not. I
don't know.
It's hard. It's hard to quantify.
He's thrown 8 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. He's got a decent amount of yards. He's got 1,250 yards. I don't know why he's so far down the list.
Number 3, we had Joe Burrow.
Oh, QBR or rating. That's fine.
Number 3, we had Joe
Burrow. Let's just exclude. Yeah.
Yep. Number 2, Lamar Jackson. I still feel fucking great about that. Lamar was having a phenomenal season before he got hurt. Phenomenal.
He's number 1.
Yeah, not turning the ball over, fucking just making perfect passes, completing a high percentage.
His passer rating is 130.
Yeah. I mean, he's been fucking awesome. And when he comes back, that team is going to make a run. You watch. Number 1, we got Josh Allen, and that makes sense.
He's number 5.
He's the best quarterback in the NFL. Like if you were picking a quarterback to win one game,
yeah, because if you do the QBR thing, man, I'm pretty sure he goes to 1st. Oh no, he goes to 6th.
Again, QBR is bullshit, but yeah, that's our list on quarterbacks. There's some big misses there, but that's why we do this. It's fun. I still feel okay about our list.
We do it to miss big. Yeah,
yeah, because when you get the hit, it's fun. It's like 1 out of 4 ain't bad. And that's the bare minimums quarterback power rankings from preseason. I like where we have Baker. I still like where we have Baker.
Yeah. He's a stud.
He fucking is. Let's get into this game. That's why people are here, I would imagine. They didn't want to hear us how awful we are at this, for 40 minutes, but it is what it is. We did it to you anyways. Just to keep ourselves honest. Where do you want to start? Where do you want to end with this Bears-Washington game? Monday night. We're going to be at River Street Tavern. It's going to be a lot of fun. Bears at Commanders.
Let's start with the elephant, which is the fact that this team runs the ball at the highest rate in the NFL, and our team defends it at the lowest rate in the NFL,
Okay.
and that could very easily
So this
dictate
team does
who-
not, let me say, this team does not run the ball at the highest rate in the NFL. They run 45.86% of the time. That's ninth in the league right now.
No, sorry, not rate. They have the most yards per game,
So their yards per rush are 5.9. That's
not
number
yards
one.
per rush, yards per
Well,
game.
let me just, okay, I understand. The yards per rush, 5.9, number one in the league. Bears opponents' yards per rush, 6.1, worst in the league. So that's a bad combination.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's-
Rushes per game, 26.6. That's 16th. Rush yards per game, yes, 156.4. That's number one in the league for Washington. And the Bears are allowing 164.5. That's second to last in the league. Big fat fucking problem, Brandon. That's where this game starts and ends. Yes.
that's the glaring hole. That's the thing that every coach who's approaching this game on either side is.
You could
looking
drive
at
a
some-
Mack truck through that fucking hole. Yes.
they're all saying the same thing. All these coaches, the coaches on Washington side are saying, "Are we going to exploit this defense? We're going to run the ball." And the Bears coaching staff is saying we got to stop them from running the football. That's what's happening right now throughout this
Yeah,
week.
but one team is going to be successful and one
Yeah.
team isn't. And it's
the
not looking good for the Bears.
numbers do
Yeah.
not imply. Yeah. So I think with the additions of and listen, a lot of people are saying like, oh, the tackle machines are back.
The tackle machines.
So I do think Gordon and Edwards, the combination of the two returning is a big deal. I think that's going to help shore up
Real
at
quick.
least really.
Real quick. Yeah. Injury report. Just did not participate today. Jaquan Brisker, Grady Jarrett, Kyle Monungai, Darnell Wright. Limited, Kyler Gordon, who you're talking about, Jonah Jackson, Colston Loveland. Full, Austin Booker, yay. TJ Edwards, Travis Homer, I don't, what the fuck, and Cairo Santos. So that's your injury report for the Bears.
And Kyler Gordon said out of his own mouth that he is playing without a doubt.
Mm-hmm. So as you were saying, Kyler Gordon and Edwards added back to the fold
does make a difference.
Ideally improves this defense. It makes a difference, but what kind?
Unfortunately, Dustin, what hurts is regardless of who you're adding to this, they're bad up front. And that's going to kill them no matter how much talent is behind those guys. And I don't think the Bears are super talented in the linebacking position. I think their DBs, I think their secondary is good. But these guys up front are getting beat. They're getting beat badly. And if that continues, do you think it matters who's playing linebacker? I mean, if the opposing offensive line is continuing to just push these guys back 5 yards every time the halfback gets the ball, what does it matter who's playing linebacker?
One stat that is particularly concerning, Brandon, average depth of tackle for the Bears against the run, 5.6 yards.
Yeah.
They're not tackling them until they're already, 5.5
because
yards
the offensive line is moving them 5 yards backwards. They're getting no push. So I don't know. So, and Kyle and Sean are very, and I like Edwards. I do. He's one of the players that I think Ryan Poles added in free agency that I think is actually, he's a football player, man. The kid knows how he play. He's grit. He's mean. He's aggressive. He's just the guy. He's a Bears-like player to me. TJ Edwards is like one of the only guys on this team besides like maybe Jalen. He just plays Bear-style football. And I think he makes a big impact on your defense. But I don't know what a DB or a linebacker can change if those guys up front are just getting killed. I mean,
pushed off the line.
I thought it was going to be bad
right away.
This is worse. I thought
it was going to be bad. You thought Genty could have his breakout game. You didn't think he was going to be fucking Walter Payton. Like that. That's really what it comes down to, right? Like that. They allowed 7.7 yards per carry in that fucking Raiders game. And this Washington run game is better. And Washington's starting to find itself with this run game. JCM, Bill Merritt, or whatever the hell you want to call him, is starting to establish himself as the lead guy, now after the Eckler injury. So, I mean, like,
well, and
this could be very dangerous. And you were making the point about Edwards, man. I just want to say this. Edwards coming back is a huge deal. It 100% is. And Gordon, that worth right now? The Bears are allowing 6.1 yards per carry. Is that worth 1.6 yards per carry to where you can get into a manageable 4.5? I don't think it is. As you said, if the defensive line is not getting pressure in those run gaps, it doesn't fucking matter, because if you're not putting the helmet on them until they're 5 yards past the line of scrimmage already, you're already fucked. You're already fucked.
Yeah, and it's not even about filling gaps, man. That's
Oh, it is.
that's what's killing this Bears defense, man. Is running backs aren't even necessarily getting through gaps. They're not getting contacted. They're getting to their offensive line, to the back of their offensive line, 5 yards advanced from where the line of scrimmage
And
was.
at that point, the offensive
And it's
linemen have their hands on the linebackers already.
yes. And then if the
Yes.
gap opens, then you're screwed, because now they're already past half your defense, man. So
Razzle, what up?
it's the guys up front gotta do better for the run game to be impacted, the run defense to be impacted at all, Dustin. They do.
And
And I
let's
don't
just,
know. And I don't know that Grady Jarrett, even if he is healthy, because a lot of people are keeping their eyes
he's
on
not
that.
going to play.
I
He's
don't
not
think
going to play.
I don't know if it makes a difference.
I don't think it does. I haven't seen Grady Jarrett do anything when he has played that makes a difference in my mind. I don't think he's going to play in this game either way. Hopefully Shamar Turner can get more reps in this game and we can see something from him. But let's just say this. We just went through those numbers, the run game. I'm just going to repeat them again just because they're awful and they need to be burned into our brains. Yards per rush for Washington, 5.9. The Bears allow 6.1. Washington's best in the league. Bears are worst in the league. Rush yards per game, 156.4 for Washington. Bears are allowing 164.5. Second worst in the league. Washington's first in the league at rushing the ball. So, like, I don't expect that to change on Monday night. I expect Washington to be able to get whatever they want in the run game, Brandon. I just do. What needs to happen is Tyreek Stevenson comes and rips the ball away when that running back is running down the field. Or when they do throw with Jaden Daniels, you get the turnover. Yeah, you got to get turnovers.
No matter how you do it.
Because they're going to run all over you. I don't see that changing, Brandon. Do you in this game?
No, I said this before, until I see it. It doesn't matter the additions from health, like these guys getting healthy. I still have to see that they can stop the run before I can tell you that this team will only stop, they will only prevent teams from scoring if they take the ball away.
Yeah, and if their offense is scoring,
any other way about it.
If you're scoring on offense, that will take away the run game as well, as we've just said over and over again. Like, those are the two things.
Let's stay on the defensive side of the ball, because I do find this important.
I just want to make this point. As we've talked about throughout, and as we've shown with going through our power rankings and everything, like, we can think we know, and then shit can change. Maybe the additions of Gordon and Edwards does make enough of a difference that the Bears can find a way to be decent against the run. We don't know, but just looking at what we're looking at, it's not looking good. It's not a good sign for the Bears, and I don't expect that. Could it happen? Yes. I just don't expect it, and Brandon doesn't either.
And there's no reason to. And I do think this. And they're going to, no matter how successful they are at running the ball, there will be moments where Jaden Daniels does have to create some plays. He's got to get balls to his receivers.
You need to crack his fucking ribs.
Austin Booker, this is the perfect game to get this guy back.
Yes.
He's an athletic, high motor guy. He's fast. He can get after a quarterback. Jaden Daniels likes to get out of the pocket.
I can't wait to see Austin Booker. I cannot wait.
I think, and you need him for a guy as athletic as Jaden Daniels.
Yes.
Because you don't really have anyone else that concerns me. Like, if I'm Jaden Daniels, I don't know if there's any other player on that line where I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can outrun this guy. Like, Austin Booker brings an element to this defense that you don't really have, which is speed.
One thing we neglected to mention in talking about the Washington Commanders run game, Brandon, is that Jaden Daniels has not been there for a few games, and he is an awesome runner. Yeah. He's an awesome runner. And so when you bring up Austin Booker, my first thought is, like, is Austin Booker too excited to be in the game? And do you not maintain your pass rush lanes, the integrity of that? Because that is hugely important against Jaden Daniels. It's not so much about getting home. It's more about keeping him in the pocket, right? Not letting it, because if Austin Booker is excited and wants to go get the quarterback, you run right by him. and you leave a lane for Jaden Daniels to just run right through and run all over your defense, that is a huge problem. I don't know if we want to see a bunch of. I would love to see some sacks, but like more so than anything, just keep this dude in the pocket. Just make him beat you from the pocket. Do not give up the integrity of your pass rush lanes. Yes, 100%, Brandon. Like, but I would love to see Austin Booker get after the quarterback in this game. I am excited that he's going to be back. This is a guy that I really thought would be the leading sack getter on this Bears team going into the season, and the injury just kind of derailed that. And guess what? He could still be that guy because the Bears have 5 sacks total right now.
He
and
could
he
finish
hasn't played
more
in the
than
first
the
4
rest
games.
of his team.
Yes, he
combined.
can still finish with more than Montez Sweat. So I want to see him do it, but he needs to be under control, man. Just don't get too excited for the opportunity that you lose your responsibility within the defense, because the defense's main focus, in my opinion, has to be containing Daniels within the pocket. Do not give him run lanes.
There is no reason to believe, because we've always kind of just said, like, and I believe this to be so. He is a pure edge rusher. He's a pass rusher, but you do want the kid to still be a well-rounded football player too. And like I said on last week's show, I thought he was starting to get better at other things towards the end of last year, and he wasn't really rushing the pass all that well, but he was making an impact when he was on the field. There was plays where he would just look lost, and then later on in the season, he started to look a little more like he was around the ball more often. So
yeah, his awareness was better.
Yeah, he looked like he was learning. And then I told you, I mentioned this on last week's show, he wasn't biting on the play action all the time towards the end of last season, because early in his career, that's all it did. So
2 other guys that I want to talk about on defense that I think can and should make huge impacts on this game, Brandon. One is the obvious one is Tyree Stevenson. He's talked about how that game impacted him, last season, and the noise that created. And, I think the Bears players have his back. So I think that's going to help him. And he's been playing with his head on fire the last couple of weeks that they've played, man. He's been one of the better cornerbacks in the league in terms of not allowing the ball to be completed on him. That needs to continue, and he needs to keep his head in the game. And I think he will. I think Al Harris has been fucking great for Tyree Stevenson, and I think he will continue to be. I think this is ultimate retribution for Tyree Stevenson in this game. Win or lose, just stay focused, stay on your guy. They might not have McLaurin going. It's not looking good for that. So, like, we got one receiver really to shut down here in this game, and that's Deebo Samuel. Put Tyreek on him. Let that be that. And also you got Kyler Gordon in the slot, because Deebo's going to do a lot of that as well. The other guy, Brandon, that I think needs to have a huge game here, and I really need it. I need it badly. Do you know who I'm going to say?
Javon Dexter.
Yes. Fuck yes. 100%. Because that's where you're going to get the pressure on Jaden Daniels. If you get the pressure up the middle, Jaden Daniels will be fucked. You know what I'm saying? Like, just maintain the outside contain with your defensive ends and get a push in the pocket with Javon Dexter.
Yeah, don't give him a pocket to step into.
It's time for Javon. Javon Dexter is a birthday boy. Him and I share the same birthday. We both just celebrated our birthday this past Sunday, October 5th. Go celebrate it. Go kick Jaden Daniels' ass. Kick the guy's ass across from you, Javon Dexter, because he has not done that enough this year, and I expected
that's one of the ifs that
more
didn't work out
him.
that well.
It needs to start, and I need to see a big game from Javon Dexter, because that can be the game changer for this Bears defense. If you can push that pocket and get pressure there with your defensive tackles, that's how you can beat Jaden Daniels. Don't give him a place to run, and don't let him feel comfortable in that pocket. That's it. Javon Dexter needs to come through on Monday night, Brandon. That's a guy I'm going to be watching real hard.
Yeah, Javon Dexter needs to come through for the rest of this season, because, listen, and I do want to start to see some different things from, if this coaching staff is starting to show, they needed to understand things first, Dustin. They needed to see things for the first quarter of the season. They've got all this film to watch, all this tape to watch over the bye week. I think you're going to start to see some moving here, man. Javon maybe goes outside. You start to see Dio inside. You can maybe see Shamar go outside. I don't know. You start to see it's not working, man. And you got to.
What you've been doing is not working. Yes, correct.
I think maybe you see some pieces moved around a little bit, but Javon Dexter needs to be impactful for the remainder of this season.
Yeah, and it doesn't need to be sacks. I just put pressure on the quarterback, force some mistakes, make them uncomfortable. Start it this week against Jaden Daniels. And yeah, man, when you get an opportunity to hit Jaden Daniels, crack his fucking ribs.
Well, and
Hit him as
blow it
hard
up
as you
on
can.
that. Blow it
Hit
up
him
on
as
that.
hard as you can.
Blow it up on that play action, man. You know what I mean?
Brandon, carry it for 1 second, man. I gotta piss so bad.
Yeah, you gotta try to prevent the play action on this Commanders team. I think if you can blow it up inside, like Dustin said, don't give Jaden Daniels a pocket to step into, or try to disrupt the backfield during these fake handoffs or handoffs. See if you can maybe get somebody to drop the football. I do believe this Bears defense strictly depends on taking the ball away in order to prevent teams from scoring, and that's going to be their identity till they prove otherwise, guys. I mean, we just haven't seen it. We haven't seen this defense have to stand on their head. Even the game against the Raiders in Vegas, the defense didn't stop them from getting into field goal position. Josh Blackwell made a hell of a play on the field goal and he blocked the kick, but the defense kind of, I mean, the return was huge. They had a big return from Vegas, but they still got all the yards they needed to get into field goal range. And if the field goal wasn't blocked, it was probably made, without a doubt, I would imagine. So this defense just isn't doing a good job. It's stopping guys. It's stopping teams from scoring. Matter of fact, if the Raiders had just had more time, they probably would have gotten to the end zone. And we now have, I think, 7 takeaways or 6 takeaways over the last 2 games, and those are the 2 games that you won on your schedule so far. I think this defense needs to do this in order to stay alive. I think this defense needs to do this in order to put the offense in a position to try to win football games,
To
man.
do what? They
You
need to do what?
take the
Get
ball
turnovers?
away at a high rate. You need to give your offense more opportunities. That's how this team wins football games right now.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, and then that's how this defense has found a way to get ahead, and it gives the opportunity to the offense to score and then kind of take the run game away from that team just in general, right? The Bears' turnover margin per game right now, Brandon, is plus 1.3. It's number 3 in the league. Washington is at 0. I mean, 15th in the league average, and their opponent's turnover margin is minus
Yeah,
1.3.
if the Bears can sustain, if the Bears are a team that throughout the season consistently take the ball away, guys, and there are teams who do this, and Al Harris was a part of one of those teams not but like 2 years ago. Jacksonville's doing it right now as well. They're getting like 2 to 3 takeaways a game. This defense can do this. But it's not something that you want to depend on. So you hope that getting healthier makes you a little bit better without the takeaways. You know what I mean? You can make some stands. You can stop teams on third down a little more often than you are, even if it's just a few more drives per game that you can stop an offense on third down. But you do still need to take the ball away at a high rate.
Another stat for this Bears defense, just to keep in mind. First down, their EPA per play on defense is 32nd. Their success rate is 32nd. Second down, their EPA per play is 21st. Success rate is 27th. Third down, their EPA per play is first in terms of their defense. They're the best defense in the league on third down. Their success rate against is second. That's where the Bears have been living and dying, man, is getting off the field on third down. And this was from what does it say? Quentin Crisco on X. I found this and I thought it was a really good stat. And I mean, we've seen that the Bears have been very successful on third down, but this kind of just says it really succinctly. Like the Bears have to continue to have success on third down, and they probably should get a little better on first down too. Because if you're really bad on first down, you're not getting the team into a lot of third downs.
No,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a result of that. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and they got to keep taking the ball away, Dustin. They got to. I mean, and they have ball hawks on this team, man. And I don't like the fact that Brisker didn't practice. That's a little
Yeah, it's not looking
terrifying.
good. I mean, let's Brisker, Darnell Wright, Grady Jarrett, and who was the other DMP? I forgot already. Let's see here.
Kyle Monunga, I think.
Yes, there you go. Yeah, but in terms of defense, Brisker and Grady Jarrett, that doesn't help when you're already the odds are against you in terms of your ability to stop the run. And as you
When
said, Jaquan Brisker is that guy that can come up and
well,
help in the run game.
well, this has
Not
to
on this team for his
concern me.
coverage skills.
What concerns me is as you're getting players back over the bye week, it's a get healthy stretch of your season. You're losing players. players we
Yeah,
didn't see
yeah.
on
This is
injury
the biggest
reports.
injury report that the Bears have
So,
had
like,
so far this season after a bye.
it's not good to be just substituting the players that you're getting back with by
Yeah.
losing players currently. So the Bears need to get healthy, top to bottom. Having one or two injuries is acceptable. Once you start getting into the injury report where you're looking at 5, 6, 7 names, man, that's trouble for sure. And
So
Jalen Johnson's permanent, so you
So the
can't
Bears need to take the ball away. Bears need to keep getting off the field on third down. Tyreek needs to have a good game, and we need Javon Dexter to have a good game.
Kyler Gordon has to have a big
Yeah,
game.
yeah. Maintain the pass rush lanes. Contain Jaden Daniels within the pocket. Do not give him run lanes because he will run all over you. Don't worry so much about the sack, but contain him with the edges and put pressure on him up the middle. Javon Dexter needs to have a statement game as well in this game. I think
And
those are the
and
keys on defense, Brandon.
and real quick, the ifs on that defensive line that we approached the season with, Dustin, if Trevon Dexter gets better, if Montez, what's the guy you paid to be, if Dial can be better than the guy in Indy, if Booker, I didn't feel confident in those. I really didn't. The secondary, man, if Tyreek Stevenson can be the best player in this Tennessee on defense, it's looking like it. And if Kyler Gordon can be one of the best players in the NFL in this Dennis Allen defense, and
At least the best slot
I feel
cornerback. Yeah.
pretty damn confident that he's going to be a bit of a wrecking ball, a Brian Branch type player.
I
Guy,
think he's been waiting
guy
to unleash himself on the league, and Dennis Allen's been kind
yeah.
of waiting to unleash him as well, man. So hopefully, as you said, until you see it, you can't know, But we know Kyler Gordon is a damn good player when he's on the field, and in this defense, I think they're going to have some tricks up their sleeve in terms of Kyler Gordon. You're going to see him blitzing. You're going to see him covering some of the more important guys on the field, especially on Monday night when Deebo Samuel lines up a lot in the slot.
Who's
Kyler
been very
Gordon,
impactful, by the way. I want to
yeah,
say that.
yeah.
I want to say that to the
Which I said
naysayers.
made them better. It clearly made them better.
He is currently on pace for 1,000 yards, not receiving, but 1,000 all-purpose yards and like 12 touchdowns.
He was
right now.
exactly what they
So,
needed, man.
yeah.
Daniels didn't have a guy like that, a guy that he can hit in the slot and could make yards after the catch, So that's going to be a dangerous thing for the Bears on Monday night. And hopefully Terry McLaurin doesn't go. I hope he goes for my fantasy team, but I hope he doesn't go for the Bears because Terry McLaurin's a damn good receiver too, man. So you put those two together. Did I miss anything on the defensive keys of the game, Brandon?
No, man, we just got to. I wanted to say this, guys. This team has had 8 different players run the ball. Now I'll eliminate one because he only carried it once. So 7 players have had a pretty
Jeremy
substantial amount
McPenny's.
of carries on this team, and 6 of those 7 guys carried the ball for over 4 yards per carry. So
Yep.
and
They're doing a damn good job.
Eckler is the guy who didn't, and he's gone.
When you average 6 yards per rush, you're doing something right. And when you pair that with going against the Bears' porous run defense, that's a big problem.
Giving up 6 yards per carry. Yeah.
Now let's talk about the equally abhorrent run offense of the Chicago Bears. They're running 43.55% of the time. It's 15th in the league. Their yards per rush is 3.8. It's 26, Brandon. At least it's not the worst in the league, but it's still not very fucking good. And their rush yards per game, 102.3. 24th in the league. The Commanders are allowing 117, so there's that. They're giving up a little more than the Bears are able to put down. And their opponent's yards per rush, Brandon, this is good. The Bears are averaging 3.8 yards per rush. The Commanders' opponent's yards per rush is 4.0. So the Commanders are really good against the run so far this season as well. They're number 10 in the league in terms of yards per rush against.
Yeah, we talked about it on the Monday show. Me and Sean, I said to Sean, since that game that they got 7 touchdowns ran down their throat in the NFC Championship game last year, they have looked pretty damn good against the run. And I said this all off season, man. This is the thing Dan Quinn fixes first.
Dan Quinn's a defensive guy. He's a damn good defensive coordinator.
This is the thing that good defensive coordinators fix first. That's why Dennis Allen is trying desperately to fix this run defense and focusing less on the pass rush, because people are like, how come we're like bottom to middle of the pack when it comes to blitz? I don't think Dennis Allen is really focused too much on the pass rush until he can get this run defense figured. You can't allow 7 yards per carry, man.
Yeah,
Nothing
or
works.
6 or
Nothing
6.
works that way.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Nothing will succeed.
Yeah,
That's
you're gonna
just
have a hard
not.
time
Yeah.
worrying about the quarterback when they're running the ball down your fucking throat. So yeah,
And
do
you
we think?
gotta run. You gotta
I don't
run.
think.
You
I'll
can't.
say this.
You can't
I
keep
don't.
this. We're willing to run approach. That's not going to work forever, man.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna, they're running it, a lot. Like they're
Yeah,
running it.
43. You said, yeah, that's
Yeah, I mean, and it's the thing is like 27 rushes per game. That's 13th in the league. They're just getting no success with it, and they're going to do that again on Monday. And I'll tell you this, man, I don't expect this to change either. I don't expect the Bears to be able to establish the run in this game. What the one difference that you're going to see is that Monungai looks like he's going to be out unless he practices tomorrow. You're going to see Roshan Johnson, who Sean is very excited about that, and I understand. I want to see some kind of difference in this run game, and if that's the only difference you can pull up right now, so be it. I don't think it makes a fucking difference though in terms of their
could you
production.
imagine? Could you
I don't.
imagine if Roshan gets like a 9-yard run to start off?
That would be fucking
It
amazing.
gets flooded with
This
texts.
this is
I
how bad.
told you. I
Brandon,
told you.
did you hear what you just said? This is how bad the Bears' run game is. That we're thinking like we're salivating over a 9-yard run.
Well, no, Sean would be all over it, but it was a joke. I'm giving
no,
you
but
shit.
but let's be real. Like that would be awesome if the Bears got a 9-yard run. I would be ecstatic with that because like they're not getting a lot of big runs at all. So maybe Roshan can make a difference in this run game. I don't expect it. Brandon, do you think this changes? The Bears establish the run and so suddenly running for 4.5 yards a clip, which is like an okay number. Do you even think that they're going to be able
Well, I
to
don't
pull
think
that
like
off?
Roshan's going to come out and be like the guy, man. But do I think that Roshan can accent Swift? And do I think Swift will improve if Roshan gets more involved than Manunga ever was? Yeah, I think Swift can improve. I think Swift is a really key part of this offense,
Do the
man. And
Bears
just
average 4.5 yards a carry against this team that's allowing 4?
no.
Okay,
No.
so it's not gonna
This is why I like Roshan playing or Kyle Manungai playing or Britton Brown playing. Swift is too fast for this offensive line, Dustin. He doesn't wait.
like gets ahead of the blocks.
A lot of times he's running into the back of somebody while a gap is opening up on the other side of the line. He's not patient. He just gets the ball and goes, and he's just one step ahead of them. And he's not letting things develop before he decides where it is he's going to run the ball. And I don't think he's necessarily running the ball the way that the play is designed because he just goes, man. And I'm wondering if a guy like Roshan, even if he's not all that talented, if the fact that he's a step slower than DeAndre Swift
And just that patience gives them
might
some time to
actually
open up the
play
run.
in his favor. Yeah, maybe because this line, as far as PFF standards, is doing a really good job blocking for the run.
Yeah,
They're ranked well. So it's like
they need somebody that can maneuver it, that can actually run behind it. I mean, I hope for some kind of change. If it's Roshan or if it's Britton Brown, like are they going to throw him out there?
Don't be surprised, Dustin, to see whatever running back plays on this team, not named DeAndre Swift, gets the ball, is hesitant in taking his first step moving forward, and gets more yards than
diagnoses the offensive line in front of him and where the hole is opening up and just
Roshan
hits it
has shown the patience. He's shown the ability to be patient before.
So speaking of that offensive line, if Darnell Wright doesn't play, which I mean, we were hoping, Darnell Wright would be good.
I can't believe I'm saying this, and it makes me feel good because they picked him in the second round. I feel okay if Trapillo has to play right.
That's what that was gonna be my question. Ozzie Trapillo at right tackle, Theo Benedette is your starting left tackle, and that's not changing anytime soon. Tooney at left guard, dominant center, and Jonah Jackson was limited. So is he playing, or are we gonna get some Luke Newman action? That would be pretty fucking sweet. But like, how are you feeling about this offensive line if Darnell Wright can't go? You said you're feeling good. You feel pretty good about
no.
Ozzie.
Well, no, I like Ozzie Trapillo. I think that he can hold his own. The cohesion, I don't feel good about at all.
Yeah,
it's going to be like week one all over again. Oh, these 5 guys. This is the problem, man. We've had consistently. Like, I think that this offensive line is far more talented than last year's offensive line. But when we talk to Pearson, when you talk to your standard Bears fan online on a social media platform, we got to do the offensive line all over again in the offseason. It's like, I think these guys are good.
give them some time.
They need to play together. And here we are again Like
playing musical chairs. With the
two
offensive
of
line.
your starters are different than they were a week ago, and it's like, well, now you're probably going to look like you did in week 1 when you were making all those pre-snap mistakes and penalties,
Well, you hope
and
that the coaching and practice and these guys being more prepared
these
than they
are
were
young
last
guys
year
though. Justin.
makes an impact. I mean, Ozzie was thrown into the fire in the middle of a game and held his own.
Yeah, and
Theo
I expect
Benedict,
some. I
same
expect
thing.
some false starts from
So
Ozzy Trapilo if he plays.
with some preparation, it could be better. Can they open up enough holes in this run game for the Bears to change what they've done so far in the run game? I don't think so. But I think they can hold up in pass protection. But the problem there, Brandon, is that the Commanders' sack percentage on the season is 8.77%. 8.77% of the time that they get a chance to, they get a sack. That's pretty good. That's 6th in the league. So, I mean, like, can we keep Caleb clean in this game with this offensive line as well? It's not just about the run game. Can we keep Caleb clean? Because I think we've established this needs to be a Caleb statement game. And Caleb is going to have to win this game with his arm or legs, whatever it needs to be to get the job done. Can this offensive line hold up if Darnell Wright doesn't play and you got Ozzie over there on the right side enough for Caleb to get the ball to these damn good receivers?
One thing this team is not doing well. Sorry, man. I was looking at something after you said something. You got me. One thing this team is not doing well, because you were talking about Caleb holding up in protection. They don't take the ball away.
No, yeah, I said that.
And
They're
Caleb doesn't
they're
give the ball
even.
away.
Yeah, they're at even. So I mean, like, it comes down to the protection. This team can get pressure on the quarterback. They're one of the better teams in the league right now. Dorrance Armstrong has 5 sacks, and I mean that's how many the Bears have as a team. That's a stat that's going around out there. And Washington has 14 or 15 on the season as of right now. So I mean, like, they're getting after the quarterback much better than they were last year. This offensive line, hopefully Darnell Wright's playing, but if he's not, can they hold up and keep Caleb clean to where he doesn't make those mistakes? Because when Caleb gets under pressure, he'll throw the other team some opportunities.
I think the offensive line's gonna. Listen, none of the interior offensive linemen on this team have given up a sack this year. So I think those 3 guys are still.
I'm worried about the edge. I'm worried about the right
consistent
tackle
in
and the
playing,
left
yes,
tackle.
and right, because that's where they're getting beat all year, and that's where they've been getting beat.
And you have
Caleb
2
has, and people are like, look at the sacks, man. The sacks are way down, and they're right. Like Caleb, I think he's been sacked 7 times this year. That's much lower than where he was at last year at this point in the
like
season.
16,
But he has also still evaded a lot of sacks.
Mm-hmm.
He should have been sacked probably about 15 times this year. So,
and about 35% of that pressure has come from the left tackle.
And we talked about how he's not taking sacks this year. So, like, that also, yes, that's something Caleb needed to fix. But when he does fix, in turn, it makes the offensive line look better than they are, because he's not taking those sacks anymore. He's evading the sacks. He's getting rid of the ball. He's dirted the ball a couple of times, which was pretty smart when he did it. But he's been under pressure, man. He's been under a lot of pressure. I think this offensive line's going to struggle again because you've got 2 new pieces starting. You're going into somebody else's stadium. It's a loud stadium. I think the 2 tackles on this team might have some pre-snap penalties. I'll say that.
This will be the first time that either one of these guys have started a game. If Benedict's going to be your left tackle, it'll be the first time he started a left tackle in his career. Started a game, and if Trapilo has to cover for Darnell Wright, it'll be the first time he started a game at right tackle against a team that gets good amount of pressure on the quarterback. That's very concerning to me. As we go through these things, Brandon, I have a hard time picturing how the Bears win if it's not just Caleb evading that pressure and making plays with his legs to then make plays with his arms. And Roma Dunze just the Commanders' secondary is not very good. That's one thing that is for sure. Like
they allow 235 passing yards per game. That's a lot. Caleb, and we have a bunch of guys that can catch the ball, man. The Bears' strength, right? I don't want to say identity, but their strength, without a doubt, right now, guys, and thus far, has been the pass catchers on this team. These guys,
that's where we got to get the ball.
Caleb's finding them open, and that's the most important part of the process. But they are getting open. These guys are getting open. And that's what you got all these
Rome
guys.
Rome is one of the best separators in the league.
And Luther showed you he can burn. And
So there you go. I need to see.
Komet is a reliable guy when it
I
comes
need to
to
see
his
Colston Loveland and Cole
insurance.
Kmet. Yes, I need
Yes.
Colston Loveland and Cole Kmet in that 12 personnel. I need to see a
DJ
lot of
Moore
that
is
in this game.
open. Yeah.
I need to see Luther Burden involved much more in
And
this
let's see
offensive
some
game
more
plan than he
DJ
was against
Moore,
the
man.
Raiders. Yeah, DJ Moore out of the backfield. Fuck it.
DJ Moore,
yeah,
DJ Moore
anywhere.
had
Get him the ball.
2 years ago. DJ Moore is actually going to play this Commanders team for the third time as a Bear. That's crazy. But with Justin Fields, with the first time he played him in the Chicago Bears uniform, it was like a historic game in the NFL. He caught
200
like
and some yards, 3 touchdowns.
235 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So like, get this guy involved, man. Get this guy involved in this game.
It's the only way. It's the only way you win it, because again, if Caleb is moving the ball down the field and you're scoring points, the Commanders are going to have to keep up, and that's one way to eliminate that run game. So this pass game is going to have the Bears pass game is going to have a huge impact on how this game goes, and it's where the Commanders defense is the weakest. If you can protect the quarterback and hold up against the pressure, that's where it comes down to for me. It's this offensive line, man. And if Darnell Wright's not out there, I'm feeling the same way I was feeling going into that Raiders game. And I picked the Bears to win that game, but I had a lot of concerns about Max Crosby and that pass rush getting after Caleb Williams and him not being clean. And those things came to fruition. And the Commanders do a better job of rushing as a group than the Raiders do. So like that presents a problem in and of itself as well. You have to not just pass protection, straight up just beating the guy across from you. Ben Johnson's got to design a quick passing game, I think, for this game, Brandon, where you're getting the ball out fast, getting in the hands of your playmakers. And I think the 12 personnel will be huge because you can chip block with those 2 tight ends. You can leave one tight end to block while the other one runs a route. And you can surprise the defense with which guy's doing which, or if both guys.
This is without a
12
doubt
personnel is
your
huge
best
Monday
personnel.
night.
It's your best personnel. It's the best lineup that you can put out there on the field. I do believe that. I didn't believe that in the offseason, Dustin. I really didn't with DJ Moore and Rome Odunze and Luther Burden.
Yeah, no, we talked about it, yeah.
But there's no doubt that this presents the biggest mismatch and challenge for any defense in the NFL. These 2 guys, and I know it's the preseason guys, but we saw this against the Bills. We saw it. I mean, you remember that game? They came out striking. They threw, I think it went Loveland, Komet, and I think Loveland got another catch later in the game. So it was like you could see the dynamic that this presents, the element it presents, I should say, and
the problems that presents for the defense,
and how tough it was for these guys to kind of keep track of these 2.
Yeah,
and it paid major dividends. And I think that still today might be your biggest asset. As good as your pass catchers are on the outside, I think this might be your greatest asset. And so you got to shove this down team's throats. This 2 tight ends.
It's got to be intentional, and it's got to start this. It's got to start this Monday. You're going to need to help those tackles, Brandon, and then the 12 personnel will help with that. I think that's the key to the game, and for Caleb as well, man. Just in order to know he's got that extra second for protection, and that he's got both of those guys who are short-handed guys as options in the middle of the field to get a pass to. I think that becomes the key to winning on offense for the Bears, is how Ben Johnson establishes that 12 personnel and schemes that up, man. So that's what I believe. I think it's going to be a tough game. Is there anything else you want to touch on in terms of this Bears offense? One thing I do want to say, man, I am totally with the idea of DJ Moore getting 10 fucking carries in this game. Just feed him the ball, put him in the backfield. We've been hearing about it all throughout the offseason, and you're not really seeing much of it in the game. Your run game is not working. DJ Moore's still getting carries in practice, out of the backfield. Zacchaeus was getting some too. But DJ Moore could be, the Commanders are doing it with Debo. The Niners used to do it with Debo all the time. DJ Moore can be that dude for you if you need it. And I think the Bears fucking need it. Get him 10 carries. See what happens. What the fuck do you have to lose? Your run game is non-existent. I'll say that as well.
Yeah, somebody on the Bears, I think it was maybe Luther, I don't remember who said it. Somebody on the Bears said there's no reason DJ Moore can't be Deebo Samuel. And
yeah, and we've been saying that
he's,
all offseason.
he's just a talented player, man. And you're not really involving him enough as it is. Even if it's not giving him carries, he's not
Yeah, get the
involved enough.
ball in his hands.
So yeah, if that's what it
100%.
takes, you need to get him the ball. Yeah, I think Caleb will have to, like we talked about early in the show, Caleb will have to win this football game, and I believe he's capable of doing so. So if we're going to go to our game predictions, I do have the Bears going in there, the nation's capital, and taking that one away from from the Commanders.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you. Yeah.
We just went through all of this, man. You can go and give your prediction, but there's too much stacked against the Bears right now in terms of what that team does well and what the Bears do awfully. So, like as you said, it's going to be turnovers is going to be the key, and Caleb putting it on his back. But there's just a higher rate. There's a higher potential for higher variance for mistakes. The way the Bears are going to have to win this game. So Caleb's going to have to be fucking perfect. This offensive line is concerning. If Darnell Rice can't play,
listen,
there's too many negatives going against the Bears going into this game for me.
This defense is bad, Dustin. I do think that Edwards and Gordon makes them better. And I do want to say this, man. I think the Bears have played now, they maybe not in the Raiders, but I think the Bears have played a better offenses than this Commanders team. I think
the Lions for sure.
I think that Dallas offense, and obviously without CeeDee Lamb, but look at them without CeeDee Lamb. They still average 30 points per game.
But the Bears haven't played a quarterback like Jaden Daniels, Brandon. They haven't played a quarterback like Jaden Daniels. We have not played a quarterback that
we haven't played a team
back
that efficiently runs the ball like this team has.
Well, not just that, because like you can do everything you need to stop the run game with the running backs, Brandon, and Jaden Daniels can still carve you up for 80 yards. Running at 10 yards a clip. So like that's what the Bears have not experienced that yet. And throwing that new variable into their run defense, somehow figuring it out.
I would hope Kyler Gordon is used to prevent that as well, man. I would make Kyler Gordon kind of that spy guy for sure.
That's a good idea. I mean, someone needs to be it for sure. As I said, containing him in the pocket is going to be the key to this game. But we haven't seen this porous run defense against a quarterback that can run the ball yet, Brandon. And that scares me because Jaden Daniels can do it. That's why I say if you get an opportunity, you got to put him on his ass hard. You got to hit him hard every chance you get. Make him feel it. Make him earn that shit. Because he can run all over you.
I'm gonna say 27-24 Bears.
Nice. So Cairo Santos game-winning kick, or Bears get a defensive stop to finish the game?
No, Caleb gets this team into position to kick a field goal, yeah.
So whoever has the ball last, basically, is who you're picking, and you think the Bears can be that team. As I said, man, I think what's going to happen right here is I'm going to be the only one of the – Kyle didn't get to make his prediction because he wasn't on the show on Wednesday, but I don't know who he would have picked, so I don't want to put words in his mouth. But I'm going to be the only one that fucking picked the Commanders to win this game Monday when we're at River Street. And if the Bears win,
Zach Pearson picked the Commanders.
Okay. Well, that makes me feel better. I want to pick the Bears to win this game, but like this is a game I picked as a loss in preseason when we were picking their schedule. I don't see anything that's different, man. Some things are actually worse than what I thought they would be when I made that pick. The fact that Terry McLaurin might not play, that's a good thing for the Bears because he can kill you. So
that's a CeeDee Lamb type player, man.
And the Bears might just keep getting lucky with these things, and maybe they can.
Joe Burrow won't be there. I mean, they already are, man. They already are.
I think
it seems like McLaurin's not going to play, from what I understand.
Yeah, sucks for my fantasy team. Ugh. Who would you start? Elic Ayomenor or Xavier Legette? That's a tough one.
Who do the Titans play?
Legette's playing against the Cowboys, which are the worst pass defense in the NFL.
Probably Legette.
Yeah. The Commanders, the Titans are playing
the Raiders.
Yeah, and they're not very good either. But I don't know. I didn't mean to derail us there. I can't pick the Bears to win this game, man. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think Caleb is going to do everything he needs to do. Like, we're not going to be leaving that game, regardless if the Bears win or lose, thinking Caleb didn't hold up his end of the bargain. I agree with you. He's going to put his team in a position.
I don't know though, Dustin, that you can. I don't think if they lose, I don't think you can call it a statement game.
No, you certainly can't. You certainly can't. And I agree with you. So but that's why I wanted a question mark at the end of that Caleb statement game, not a sentence, a question. Like, could it be? Is really where I'm at. Like, is this that spot for Caleb? And I think he could perform in a way that lends itself to that. But the Bears still lose because of their inability to stop the run, if they don't get enough turnovers, and their inability to establish the run, man. If they don't get Colston Loveland and Luther Burden involved heavily in this offense, I think that's a negative as well. The 12-man personnel, as I've said over and over again, it's a tough ask for the Bears to go on the road and get this win on Monday night. And we all know how the Bears have performed on primetime games. Obviously, this is a different team, but I just still have that bad taste in my mouth from like every time the Bears seem to get a primetime game, they find a way to.
Well,
to
I
lose.
want to add this.
It's going to be a shootout.
Why I think this is also a statement game for more than just kick, because we didn't really talk about this. This is
Ben
a statement
Johnson.
game for Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
Not for Caleb Williams. In the last 12 years, guys, the Bears are 2-10 out of the bye.
Yep. Since
bye is supposed to be the week you get healthy. You get an extra week of practice. You're a little less beat up because you're not playing that game on Sunday. I mean, you're supposed to come out at 54% over the last decade. 54% of NFL teams on average win that game. 54%.
That's the ultimate sign of coaching, Brandon.
So in our last decade, we are well below the NFL average. So, like, if Ben can come out after a bye week and show that the bye week helped improve the team, which we haven't seen from our coach, and that's the idea, that's a big statement too. It means this team is getting better every week, no matter
for
what.
sure. Yeah, no, and especially with an extra week of preparation and to get healthy. But and as I was saying, that's a good sign of coaching because I think Andy Reid is 21-3 out of the bye. Like, good coaches, as you said,
know how to utilize it.
Yeah. Yes. So we're gonna see Ben Johnson's a rookie though, man. Like, this is his first bye week as
that's
a
why
head
it would
coach.
be a statement.
Yes, 100%. So, but that's an if. It's not a guarantee. So two things. These are two teams I think that are still trying to figure themselves out. The Commanders have had injuries, and they're trying to figure out what their identity is. The same way the Bears are. Jaden Daniels has not been the Jaden Daniels of last year up to this point. He's not even completing 60% of his passes. And I just think that these teams are going to be trying to figure out not just the other team throughout this game, but themselves. And we're going to see who kind of starts to establish an identity. And just the fact that it's at home, and just the fact that that just the fact that the Bears' run game is so bad and their run defense is so bad, I think that's the easiest identity to establish, Brandon, when you're still figuring it out. Run the football, hit the man across from you for the offensive line, and just assert your physical dominance over that team. I can't pick the Bears to win this game. I think it'll be a high-scoring game, and I think similar to you, like, it'll be potentially the last team, or maybe the Bears are driving with a chance to take the lead, and it just doesn't work in their favor. Maybe Caleb takes a sack late in the game that kind of ends the drive and ends the game because he's trying to make a play because he has to. Commanders 31, Bears 27, man. That's where I'm going to go with it. I can't pick the Bears to win this game, unfortunately, as much as I want to. But I'm rooting for it. Caleb's statement game. This is the prime spot for it. Fucking prove me wrong, dude. I hope you can.
Yeah, this will be a big win. Like I said, if you win this game, then you got the Saints coming home. You're putting yourself in a really good position for not just a team that's growing and we want to see improvement from, but for a team that believes they can win now. I mean, you need to win these games that aren't the Detroit Lions, that aren't the Green Bay Packers. You need to win games like these are important, man. So
yeah, none of these teams are pushovers, man, either. And you can't bank any wins. Start it here after the bye, getting healthy, hopefully with some
win
guys
3 in a row, man.
I think I'm excited to see Austin Booker. I'm excited to see Kyler Gordon. I'm excited to see TJ Edwards, and hopefully that makes a big enough impact on this defense that can turn the tide and prove me wrong. That's what we got to hope for. And hopefully Darnell Wright fucking plays, man. Because if not, I think that's
And
concerning.
hopefully Colston Loveland plays.
Colston's gonna play. Colston's gonna play. I don't really have a doubt about that. So yeah,
anything else, man?
Brandon got the Bears 27-24. I'm taking the Commanders 31-27. We're gonna be at River Street Tavern in East Dundee, 102 North River Street on Monday night for the Bears Commanders game. Come out with us, have a couple drinks, spend some time, get to know us. We're gonna have a lot of fun, man. We'll be doing a pod as well from there, so you can join us on YouTube. Either way, we will still be there on Monday for the House Hall Hangover in some capacity. So we're really excited for it. Hopefully, y'all can come out and see us. That's all I got, man. This has been a lot of fun, and I'm happy to be here. I'm tired as shit, dude. These Thursdays are just so long. I'm starting like when you're driving, for a long period of time, and like things should start to get blurry, like starry almost. Like that's where I'm at right now.
Like when you get to your destination and you don't remember any of your drive.
Yeah. That's how I'm feeling. 100%. Like you're driving drunk, basically. Yeah. That's I've been driving drunk this whole fucking show.
We don't get on that.
No, 100%. I stopped doing that many years ago. Bizzo, thanks for checking in. I'm sure y'all already threw all your projections out there. I was curious to see what y'all thought of this game, but hopefully you liked our breakdown of it. Hopefully Bears get a win on Monday night, 3-2. That would be fucking amazing. Let's see if this is different. This Ben Johnson thing is different, and Caleb Williams can make that statement in a game that the Bears really need. This is an important fucking game, man. Yeah, we love y'all, man. Vizzo, Joe, Razzle Dazzle, John S, Nick, my brother was in here. Steve, Doctor of Football, showed up and talked with us, man. We appreciate you. Jed was in here. Shorty, really sorry about your dog, man. I don't really know what else to say. Thoughts and prayers to you and him or her, and
yeah, definitely.
Life sucks in that way sometimes, man. I'm sorry for you. Saturday, Northside 9 will be here. Monday, House Hall Hangover, and come join us at River Street. Cubs. Yeah, Cubs Saturday night. Let's go fly the W. Wednesday, the Barely There is always here, and Thursday, me and Brandon are always here doing the bare minimum. We appreciate y'all. We love you. Brandon, you got anything else?
Bear down.
Bear down. Have a great night, great morning, good Friday, good weekend.